Hey, everybody. Can you see me? Can you hear me? KC will be here in just a few moments. Let's see who all's in here today. Hey, figured today would be a good day to wear Miami Vice shirt. Let's see. Boom, boom. Oh.
And you hear these bands that are
Guess who's here, guys? All right. Live. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's loud. All right, let's see. I should do that after live. Mama Sue, Jeff. Oh my, happy thoughts. J Mars, everyone. Hi, glad to see you guys. Good morning from South Australia. Good morning, Stian. Oh, let's see who else. Leave that dog alone. Must be KC. Yes, it is. So I must be live and you must be able to hear everything. Great. All right. Well, as we know what's going on in Norway, as round 2 ended yesterday, I'm sure everybody's been watching the updates, but you can go to Avoid JW. They have a play-by-play on there, really good to watch. VoidJW.com, I think it is. It might be .org. But we're going to get into it here in just a minute. As always, the lawyer lied. Go figure. They do not shun. By the way, if anybody's shunned, they claim they don't shun. They claim you can still carry on with normal family activities. Just in case you didn't know that. And I'm like, well, your lawyer said it's true. They always getting away with lying. It's kind of aggravating. They lied in Canada, and that's still, I don't think, it's been overturned. Lying in the courtroom. Oh, wait a minute. That is theocratic warfare. I wished all the XJWs would show up there about 6 a.m. so they can make sure they get really good seats inside the courthouse. And somebody could explain to the jurors and the judges what actually is going on, how they lie, they continually lie, how they've been caught lying in courts. Let's see. KC is coming right up, I assume. Oh. K Rages Choir. Okay, good to see you here. Like that. K Rages. That's a really cool name. Dallas. Hey, I didn't see you earlier. Esty. So what are you guys' thoughts on everything going on? Have you guys been keeping up with Norway? We're all just greeting each other right now, I guess, settling in. Hi, John. I guess J Mars. Okay. Norway, my opinion, the org will lose. I do believe that, or I hope so. I hope that sets the precedent for what's going to happen in the future. Yeah, very interesting. It is very interesting. Lots of anomalies. Yeah, Gerald Windsor. Norway and the Nordics. Can I keep up? Hey, Matthew. Hey, what's up, Matthew? Gerald, everybody. Oh, for some reason, there is no accurate advice being given to the courts. That is true. There is not in all these proceedings. Happens every time, and the judges assume everyone is telling the truth. Unfortunately, because they're a religious organization, they assume they're telling the truth. They don't realize they're dealing with a pathological lying organization. They should get the Nobel Prize of lying. Let's see, the prize, as always, sheer authority. Yeah. I've just been keeping up loosely. Okay, Jeff has been keeping up loosely with the trial. The level of dishonesty they're coming. Man, I know. And I don't know what Bible they're reading, but the Bible, in no hidden form whatsoever, it says that Jesus or God, either one, could even be in the presence of a lie. And they're supposed to be God's one true organization. So, but I guess it's okay if they lie. Just saying. This continual one lie after another after another. And, it's mind-boggling at the amount of stuff they come up with. And then they claim to make changes when the changes do absolutely zero. It just looks good on paper. But if you really read into it, it's the same crap still continuing on. But I think the world's catching on to a lot of it. I know with Brumley getting sued and having to pay that and no reversal of his lawsuit, I think that was a huge help to bring awareness to the amount of lying that they do. And the Canadian courts, that was just blatantly lying. So it's definitely going to bite them in the tush. Oh, I love Miami Vice shirt. Thank you, Matthew. Yeah, I figured it was a really good shirt to wear for the occasion. Don't do anything stupid. Only 3 ex-witnesses managed to get into the pub. Yeah, I know. They're not getting there early enough. They have to get there very early. What's happening is the witnesses are flooding it. They're getting there at like 7:30 or 6:45. If the ex-witnesses would get there at 6:30 and then be prepared to go in when they open the doors, they'd be the first there. So if they don't mind waiting, that's the only way they're going to get in. Because unfortunately, like cults dominate people's minds, thoughts, actions, reactions. So the cult tells them, look, show up at this time and we'll flood the courthouses, the courtroom with our members. And that's what they do. They don't care how long they have to wait. They're sacrificing for Jehovah. It's brainwashing at its best. KC, hey.
Hello, I'm here. Sorry, everybody.
I'm fascinated that the court is packed with active JWs. Yeah, I wonder how many will wake up from this too. I actually wondered that when I saw how many was there. And they see the lying right there in front of their face. Oh, Little Red Riding Hood, haven't seen you in a while.
Hi.
Glad you're here.
Hello.
Now all we need is Esther to show up.
That's right. Here we go.
No spring chicken. Glad to see you. All right. You want to take over now? I haven't read hardly any of these, so go for it.
Did you read Little Red Riding?
I had not.
Okay. So she says that she's seen everything in Norwegian.
Right.
And the state's lawyer did a really good job, but Watchtower's lawyer was just talking nonsense.
Yeah, I saw that on Avoid JW. He was just really rambling on. I think they're wised up to the fact of how they do lie.
Yeah.
I hope they are.
So I actually was also keeping up with on Reddit a little bit too. And someone posted like a little clip, and listening to a JW lawyer speak, it was stupid. Like trying to say that there isn't a word for shunning in Norwegian.
I don't think there is.
Okay, well.
What do you call it when you don't talk to family?
Yeah, it's like, well, exactly. So, well, what about the action of it? like in Spanish, they say expulsado, which translates to expelled, you could say. But it doesn't, it's not like officially like expelled doesn't sound like shunning, right? But the thing is the action is still the same. You're still not having any contact with the family or friends or whoever it is. But
And I don't know why these people don't understand what's going on. The Catholics used to do this. Maybe not to the extent. Yeah, and maybe not to the extent that the Jehovah's Witnesses are, but they did do it.
Oh, okay. Well, they excommunicated.
Right.
I don't believe that's shunning, though.
At one point, it was shunning back a long time ago.
Okay. Excommunication just officially means you are no longer allowed to take communion.
Right.
That's all it really means. But every religion has their own version of it, right? So Jehovah's Witnesses' version is to completely cut you off. The Amish do it. The Scientologists do it. The Fundamental Latter-day Saints do it. And but then you have like WMSCOG, the World Mission Society Church of God. They don't really have like an official shunning doctrine, but they will ostracize you and talk bad about you and say you shouldn't have anything to do with those people and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're bad association.
So the Watchtower likes to play on words. They love to play. They love playing with the words.
Right.
Oh, shunning, that word doesn't exist.
Right.
Okay,
We're removed. You are removed. You're no longer shunned. You're removed.
So stupid. You're like, okay, well, remove whatever. It's still the same action. They used to say disfellowship. Then they said no longer one of Jehovah's Witnesses. Still the action is the same. Then they say removed.
And then there's the forever famous Jade video where if you even talk to your parents, if I even had that one moment of communication, it could have derailed me from returning to Jehovah. Where they zero communication. I mean, what do you do with that video?
Yeah, okay. Gerard says in 2017, the assembly talk was called Shun Unrepentant Wrongdoers.
Oh, you probably remember that.
The shunning video. Yeah, well,
do I remember that?
This was the actual shunning video I remember was in 2016 at the district assembly, aka regional convention. And that's when they actually was the one where the girl was shunned for 15 years and then she came back, but in the meantime she wanted to talk to her family and she didn't get to, and so then she thought that was a good idea that she didn't.
But if she had only had that one moment of just interaction, it could have derailed her from returning to Jehovah.
I know, but it's
best that she was just zero interaction.
So stupid. So I remember actually being there as a believing Jehovah's Witness, and I was like, oh, wow, I can't believe they actually showed that.
We need the world according to Joey.
Hi, Mama Sue. Hi, Maverick. Yeah, excommunication. Exactly, Maverick.
Maverick. Hey, man. Oh, by the way, like the tunes.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I hadn't had a chance to reply yet.
Oh, yeah, Matthew. That there was that Harrison Ford film on the Amish called Witness about the shunning dynamics. I remember that movie. Actually, I used to watch that show. Did anybody ever used to watch that show about the Amish? I think it was called Shunned or something. And it was like a reality TV show about the Amish, some Amish people that left the Amish
living in an
faith
paradise.
Per se. And it was young people who never had gotten to experience the world, so to speak. And
well, they have a time when they can.
Yep. But this was like after they had already done, I don't know. But whatever the case, they ended up like filming, and maybe it was just a TV show, who knows?
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be like documentary style. And they were like, they had their family members like trying to convince them to come back.
I drank some of their liquor one time. Oof.
Oh, they're allowed to drink.
Yeah, I was on a train with some. We were talking, really interesting people. I got to ask a lot about their religion. years
Oh,
ago, back in like
that's cool.
2004.
Amish out of order, Dallas says. Okay, now that they tried to make the disfellowshipped daughter video disappear, it makes me wonder why they were thinking when they decided to produce that video. Yeah, what they were thinking. Exactly.
Mhm.
Like that was they don't make any sense. They get on my nerves.
And then there's the forever famous Anthony Morris video. We will never change our stance on shunning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hello, Jenny Parfume
The
and
two
Pep.
witness
Hi,
rule.
Pep.
Well, what's up? I hadn't seen Pep in a while.
Yeah, he gets to pop in occasionally.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go, Matthew. Thank you. You're always very good at sharing evidence. Here we
I
go. Watchtower 82, page 16, September 1st. Look, Jehovah came with his holy myriads, shun, murmuring, and swelling speech.
Huh.
And someone had posted also in Reddit something. I've got to go find it, but it was like they actually used the word shunned in another article, but then they claim they don't even know what that word means, right?
They've used the word shun several times.
Well, so I don't even know why this is in court because it should be easily solved. Like you have people defending Watchtower, and then you have people who are saying, no, we have been shunned. And Watchtower saying, no, we don't shun. And I'm like, well, here's the proof is in the literature. So just get the literature out, show what they used to teach, what they still teach, and then show evidence of people who are being shunned. I mean, why is it even in court? It should just be like, all right, end of story. All right.
You got over 100,000 people out there as a shunned right now. A lot of them have YouTube channels. So you're going to say they're all lying? Not everybody can tell the same lie. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So Little Red Riding Hood says that they tried to say that they don't use the word shun in Norwegian. And so he tried to use all kinds of explanations or whatever.
Yep.
So again, like hopefully the court will see through their stupid lies, because you got to be an idiot not to notice what's going on.
Yeah.
So, but again, they have literature to prove what they actually do, even videos. And there's another video actually I have of another woman, and I may be able to find it here, but does anyone remember this one video? It came after that shunning video. Might have been about, I'm going to say 2019 or something. There was another shunning video where it was a husband and wife Hispanic couple that had at the time, like maybe an older teenage son who decided he didn't want to be one of Jehovah's Witnesses anymore. And so he got disfellowshipped. And then it was like how they dealt with him being disfellowshipped. And all the brothers and sisters came up to him. Oh, you poor people who are shunning your son. Like, what about him? So does anyone remember that video?
And, hey, Desert Has Water. Glad to see you here. And you can see what Maverick's saying here. The thing that got me about the court cases is that Watchtower thinks it can try the same stunts in a real court. Governing body is not a Jehovah's Witness judicial where you call the shots. That's true. They're not the ones that call the shots.
Yes.
But they think they are.
The real.
And then Matthew says, 100,000 YouTube creators reporting the same stuff is marvelous. Sounds prophetic. Isaiah, blah, blah, blah. The title, the little one will become the thousands, and the small one, a mighty nation. Yeah. Now, that was a number. I said, who knows how many YouTube channels they are. I said there's 100,000 shunned.
I wonder how many people are being shunned worldwide currently.
Like I said before, I was raised to JW, never. Jenny Parfum, by the way. Never baptized, but in that time, somewhere in the 80s, was shunned, I think, 1984. Later, they changed that back.
That's true. This was like when I was very little, so I wouldn't have known. But I remember someone else telling me that apparently even if you were not baptized, but maybe you were an unbaptized publisher, and if you had committed some sin or something, they could deem you, they could mark you and say that you're, bad association. They would say it, so and so is bad association or something. That's just crazy.
It's all good. Desert has water. And where did I just see that? Gerald. Yes, there's a video, but it's a mother-daughter, and the father's sitting there too, but the daughter calls the mother and she doesn't answer.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
But actually there's another video I was talking about where it's a husband, a wife, and an older son who ended up they kicked him out, because he got disfellowshipped.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone remembers that one.
Yeah, JW's definitely shunned. And that video there was very evident. It was praising the fact if they would have only answered the phone.
Yeah.
Stupid.
And she says, hello, desert has water. Okay,
Yep.
Hi to you. And let's see. This so I'm just wondering.
This is a massive X. Release the shun from the JW. Precarity. Precarity.
All right.
Oh, purgatory. Jeez. Duh.
Okay, so what are you trying to say?
This is a massive X. Release the shun from the JW purgatory.
Yes.
Yeah. Duh.
Hi, happy thoughts. Total of shunned ones, probably more than active ones.
I was mutilating that word.
Well, and if you think about the PMOs, and then you got the shunned ones, then you got the inactive ones that don't believe, POMOs, physically out, mentally out, but aren't shunned. How many are there between everybody? It's probably more than their active Jehovah's Witnesses. I thought so too.
And by the way, Ellie Sambrook, thank you for being here. Glad to see you.
Hello, Ellie. Oh yeah, she says this is massive X. Release the shunned from the. Oh yeah, she did say, you did say that. Mm-hmm. Jehovah's Spirit directed organization. Oh wait, I mean it must be his Spirit directed state prosecutors.
I saw that.
I like that. That's funny.
Where did you? Oh, he ran downstairs. He heard the Amazon truck. He didn't start barking though.
Oh, you're right, Gerard. There was another video about a daughter who wouldn't talk to her mother. Oh, who was disfellowshipped.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Yeah,
but I was thinking about another one. So that's the third one. So you have the daughter who got disfellowshipped and was gone for 15 years.
Yeah.
And her parents wouldn't talk to her. Then you have the daughter who wouldn't talk to the mother who was disfellowshipped. Mm-hmm. And then you had a husband and wife who had a son who was disfellowshipped. And so there were those are three videos that I can think of. We got to go find them and hold on to them because they're going to delete them as quickly as possible.
Well, they're trying to sue people who have them right now, so they're going because they're wanting to bury that part of their history, just like they took the pyramid off of Russell's graveside.
You can't sue. You can't win a lawsuit over that.
They're trying though.
Why?
I don't know. Technically, those are made public because they're made for the Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses.
They made it at the assembly,
so they're public.
The assembly had it. That meant everyone can go because you're supposed to invite the public to the assemblies.
And you can, by law, have those and use them as long as you're not putting them out in total and full to the world. But you can send them to courts in full.
Oh.
Yeah. Because it's used as...
Winston from Watchtower Examination has all the shunning videos. Oh, okay, good.
Yes, he does.
I need to hold on to those too. Hello, reasonable to conclude.
Oh, hey, reasonable to conclude. Glad to see you, man. We was just talking about you just recently.
Yes, and thank you for your information you sent to us. Yep. This reminds me of when the well-known JW attorney Philip Brumley appeared before a federal appellate court and was found to have misled the court. I know.
Glad to see Jay back.
Oh, hello, Jay. Yes.
Everybody's here today.
Brumley vibes. I know. I mean, of course, all they do is lie. That's their big thing.
Well, as we saw them lie in court yesterday, so everybody in the whole world knows it now. The lawyer was making a fool of himself. I just hope that the court system was smart enough to see it. They said a lot of witnesses left there with their jaw down, like disappointed.
Jehovah's Witnesses?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So that was good to see
witnesses
when I was
today.
watching some of the, sources from Norway that was reporting on it. It was pretty good to see.
I'm going to see if I can find that video.
Because I don't know if you guys are aware of how big this really is. If Norway does defeat this, it's huge. It's really huge. Yeah,
Well,
because
yeah,
you
that's
got
true.
Sweden, you got a lot of countries that this is going on in and are getting ready to do the same exact thing. And they're not saying that they can't practice their religion. They're just saying, hey, you're not going to be funded by the state because you're inhumane. You're not.
Can they tell them that, well, first they would not
First,
get
they don't
money.
even do charity,
They
period.
wouldn't. Yeah, they don't. So one would be like, if they continue with their shunning,
Yeah.
hopefully what will happen is they won't get charitable status.
Right. Which they don't deserve anyway.
Do they currently get it in Norway?
They currently get it in most countries, but there is. Just watch, man. I'm telling you, there's going to be a huge article possibly coming out on this where they don't do any charity at all.
they don't.
Zero. They
No,
take the
they
credit
don't.
for what congregations do, but not the governing body or the headquarters of Jehovah's Witnesses do zero charity. But yet they'll collect every penny they can get from charity. Everybody's donations, they do nothing. But they'll ask the congregations to do it. And when the congregations do it, they'll print it as if they themselves done it when they did zero. It's a trick that a lot of cults use. So there again, cult activity.
Yep. And then so if they don't get charity, hopefully that will be the case.
Oh yeah, they'll lose a lot of money.
And then they'll have to pay taxes like any other business. And then
Correct.
the other thing is they want to stick with their shunning policy.
Yep.
But maybe they will say, okay, we won't shun anymore.
Then everybody leaves.
Then they can get charitable status, and then everybody's out of here.
So
I don't know what they're gonna do.
You know, people would leave that garbage if they didn't shun. The only people would be left would be nuts like your mom. No offense to your mom.
Well, just people who are
because your mom's a sweet lady.
Zealots, people who are really hardcore believers, maybe.
But she's so brainwashed into it.
Yeah. I'm trying to find this video, by the way, while I'm. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can find this video at some point. Hello, Pomo Sapien.
Oh, Pomo Sapien's here. I love that name.
Likes your shirt.
Thank you. I figured it was a good shirt to wear considering the situations today. Let's see.
Yeah. So Maverick says there's a question that was asked by XJW Examiner. Why is God's organization fighting for money from Satan's organization?
Yeah, somebody else did that recently too. I saw same thing.
But it's like, and also, why are you lying about the fact that you shun? You should be like, I was telling him this earlier. Oh, you should be like this. Yes, of course we shun. We are the truth. This is what we believe. This is the truth. We're not embarrassed to say this is what we believe because we follow the way Jehovah has told us to. You know, that's what they should be saying, and be proud to shun people, you know, because we teach the truth. But they're not, and they know it. They know that they're lying, and they don't, and they just want to go and lie about everything and act like other people are lying, but they're actually lying.
Right.
And that's the problem, is because they're just like, well, let's pretend that we don't actually shun so we can keep this money.
Dan Bear.
That's it.
You ever see the MV episode with Ted Nugent? Nope.
Haven't seen the MV episode with Ted Nugent.
What is MV?
I don't know.
Okay.
Miami Vice.
oh, yes, I have. Yes, I did see that.
There we go.
God, way back when.
I figured out some letters there.
Yeah.
some abbreviations.
Yeah, actually, that was a good episode.
Oh, we call you Pep, but maybe it's Pepsi. Is it Pepsi? Oh no, it's Peps. 1975. Peps. It's funny. Life is short. If you can be anything, be kind. Exactly.
Right.
I agree. Like, they're dragging this out, and they, for no reason, just be honest and say, yes, we shun. This is our policy. This is what we believe to be true. But the same would go for why did they lie? The Australian Royal Commission. Do you speak for Jehovah? Jeffrey Jackson. That would be presumptuous of us to say that. Okay, well, you do say that. So you should say, if you truly believe, yes, we speak for Jehovah. But they know they're lying. So
Wally done a huge thing one time about what's that? JW Thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, JW Thoughts. Wally,
channel.
super great channel.
Yes.
He done one all about how they asked for money from Satan's world. It was really good. If you get a chance, look that one up.
What's it called?
I forget. You'll have to go look through it. I mean, he's got so many that drive you crazy. He done a really good one. Yes. He dressed up in a different clothing and stuff. It was really funny.
Oh, that's cool. Again, don't mind me if I'm looking down. I'm paying attention. I'm just trying to find this. Oh, wait a second. I might have found it.
Did you find it? Yay!
No, wait.
Oh,
hold on.
Darn.
Oh, no. This is another one. I'd love to share it. It's really funny. It was from a TV series. What was the name of that show? It reminded you of Jehovah's Witness. It was like British humor. But I can't show it on here because they would be like saying it's copyright, But I'm trying to remember the name of this show.
Cosmic Donkey?
Everyone Else Burns. That's what it was. That's a good one.
Oh, I like that show.
It's really, yeah. And it's like they can't celebrate birthdays either.
Oh.
So I'm going to see if I can find it. So eventually. Yep. So what are you trying to do?
I think that's it.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Oh, this is good. I asked some Jehovah's Witnesses at a cart while pretending to be homeless about if they had a charity. That's a good one. A charity shop where I could get food. They said their charity is to teach people the Bible through their magazines. I know, like, exactly. See, they will not help you financially. But the Everyone Else Burns.
Yeah.
They will not help you.
Nope.
They think it's okay to just give you a magazine instead of help you. But that's not what Jesus said, right? If they claim to be Christians, and Jesus said, I was hungry and you didn't feed me. I was thirsty and you didn't give me anything to drink. And I was naked and you didn't clothe me. Hello.
Yeah, that's right. He did tell them that. I saw on the thing. But if it's not such a big deal, that's what this is all about. So why are they even having this trial?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh, that one. Okay. I am trying to find it. Must be way back here.
Yeah, I didn't wear my JW shirt today.
You want me to go grab it?
No, I'm wearing this. You need to wear
mine
yours.
on.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Does anybody want to see that? Okay.
No, I want to see you come back with it on.
I'm saying, does anybody want to see my shirt?
Joking.
Okay.
Beverly Hayward. Hello. Good to see you here. Cosmic, I wish. Did I miss Beverly? She already said something before. Beverly's usually here every week.
Oh, did you read this one?
She said if it's pink. Jenny Parfum.
Oh, yeah.
Go with this one.
It's gray.
Yeah, I wear pink wells.
So did you read this message from Little Red Riding Hood that you put up on the screen?
I haven't yet. That's what I was getting ready to go back and read. Or I think I did read it, but I didn't. Where did it go?
So the state's lawyer told the court in numbers how much money they got last year. You did?
I didn't read it out loud.
So they don't need the grants from the state. It's not a big loss. I see. Hello, we have Cosmic on here. Cosmic, Jehovah, cannot lie, yet he allows his lawyers to lie in court. How ironic. I know. That's what I was telling him too. Like,
Yeah.
I thought they weren't supposed to lie. Jehovah hates a liar.
Yep.
You know, but yet they lie. And they lie about something they should be proud of. Yes, we shun. It's part of Jehovah's rules, and this is the rules we follow.
Yeah.
That's the way they should say it. But they obviously are lying because they don't believe that. They don't believe you should shun. They're
Correct.
just in it for control and money, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so Matthew's sharing a scripture here. 1 Kings 22. It says, now Jehovah has put a deceptive spirit in the mouth of all those prophets of yours, but Jehovah has declared calamity for you. That sounds like a prophecy.
I know.
Yeah. Well, we have, is this T-Man?
Yeah, I was looking for that.
I am waking up slowly, 4th generation.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. That's you've been in a while. I'm 3rd generation. You have some great info. I can't believe how much the truth about beliefs is talked about in court. It's deceptive, not honest. Well, congratulations to slowly waking up. And it does take time to, like, I guess, kind of deal with it all. And thank you for being on here. And, you know, this is a
time will pass.
Support channel for sure.
Glad to see Time will pass on here.
Hello.
Hope you're doing good.
Time will pass. And Beverly.
Yep, Beverly. How about Jane Spitfire? Where's she at?
You're right, SD. Watchtower calls this lying theocratic warfare. But again, why lie about something you proudly do?
Yeah.
God is not a mere man who tells lies, but can put in the deceptive spirit. Great legal argument. Yeah. Okay. Now, let me see if I can find this shunning video. I'm not sure if I can. It may be a while because I really need to organize my videos better.
Me too.
Yeah, we're gonna work on that. That's gonna be like our next thing.
It's lying to get money. Yeah, they're lying to get money. Exactly. Jay said.
Coco.
Born JW, good to see you.
Hey, Born JW.
Glad to see you here.
Yay.
Yeah, everybody's coming in to all the regulars. Great. Now we just get Esther back again. She shows up once every so often.
Yeah.
No spring chicken. I was talking. Oh, that's pretty good. Let's see.
Oh, I found it. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can do this.
No spring chicken. I was talking to someone I grew up with, and she said that she does not lie because of JW upbringing. I said, they taught me to lie well. Exactly. They lie like crazy, man. Absolutely. You're so right.
Okay, I'm going to be looking for this video. Now, you go ahead and continue.
Okay.
While I look up something.
Click Little Red Riding Hood real quick and then go for it.
All
right there.
Up,
back, right there.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see.
It doesn't help with the theocratic warfare if this internet times everything is revealed. So why do they continue? Little Red Riding Hood, that is so true. Why do they continue? It makes no sense whatsoever. But yet they do it. It's a quick search on the internet. Voila, all their info is right there. They're money hungry. Beverly, you hit the nail on the head, dear. Maverick, Peps 1975, the one representing the org. Yes. Oh, I missed something. You were out of the room. What? That's good, man. I think you're onto something, Cosmic. Yeah, no doubt. Time will pass, Ed.
Here it is. Okay.
Born JW. JW's lawyers are working hard to protect themselves. Themselves. Okay. Pizza, Anthony? Well, of course I love pizza.
We don't need it very often. Okay, I got the video. Does anybody want to watch it? It's just like a minute long. I just took like a little
But
clips
not
of
Italian.
it.
But I do love Italian food. It's like my kryptonite.
Oh, so a decision will be made Monday, or will it be a while before reaching a verdict? That's what I want to know too. Because it's like day 1, blah, 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 day 2, blah, blah. Just get to the point and tell me what happened.
So a decision will be made Monday, or will it be a while before reaching a
This
verdict?
is a question. I just said it.
It's supposed to be Monday, correct? Or is that when it's
Okay.
going to end? I think it's supposed to be Monday, but who knows?
Yeah. Hopefully it will, and the court will not be fooled. We will see. Okay, we're gonna play the
No,
video
I want pizza. Me too. I was
Pizza!
just thinking it. Thanks.
tonight. I actually do not like pizza,
I love it, and I love a Sicilian style pizza.
but maybe I will.
I like it with all the sausage and the spicy,
Hmm.
good sausage
Space.
and the anchovies and the whole works, man.
Yeah.
A good sauce, really good sauce on it.
Do you remember the? Does anybody ever used to watch that show called King of Queens? I love that show.
Yeah.
And Doug, he played his cousin, and the cousin who wasn't Italian opened up a pizza
Pineapple
shop.
sounds good.
And he would answer the phone, and he would say, yeah, and he'd be like, ah, da, 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 da. And he would be like that, and then and then he would be like, oh, da, 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 da. And then Doug was like, what are you doing? And he's like, hey, I want to be authentic. It was funny.
I don't have pizza though. I did make shrimp fettuccine alfredo. Oh, that sounds good too.
Okay, we're gonna play the video. Ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Go.
That night, after the meeting, I told Ben about the text I received from Levi. I told him everything. How I miss Levi so much, but that I also wanted to be loyal to Jehovah, like Korah's sons. Ben admitted that he too had been struggling with feelings like mine. But then, he said something that I hadn't thought of. If we were to stand between Levi and the discipline he needs, we would in effect be blocking an expression of Jehovah's love from reaching him. In fact, it's our very loyalty to Jehovah that could save his life. We agreed to continue to put our trust in Jehovah and stay loyal to him.
I
So
guess
why
that-
was Levi disfellowshipped?
It didn't say. I think it was just he didn't want to be Jehovah's Witness. If you go watch the whole thing, this is only one little clip, but it didn't say. He just didn't want to be JW.
Was he a teenager?
He was like a young adult, like probably 19 or something.
Oh.
He was still living at home.
Habitually pleasuring himself.
No, that wasn't it. He just didn't want to be Jehovah's Witness. And he did move out, and then it's like the sob story with the parents.
Tom will
We
pass
have to be loyal to Jehovah, right? That's
I
their
agree
thing.
with you so much on this one.
When they come up with this stuff. Shunning hasn't done any of that. It's made me hate the religion.
Yeah.
Not the people. Right.
Yeah,
And
not
so-
the people. It's the religion. That's true.
and it makes you not want to be a part of that religion, because if it's so loving, and they always talk about how what's the word?
I never had St. Louis style pizza.
What's the word that they use?
Oh, thin crust.
Something about love. I don't know why I can't think of the word for a minute. But
Governing body Jehovah's Witness blackmail, more like no love. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, but they just say that they are loving, the most loving people, and this is like a loving organization and blah 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 blah. And then you see stuff like this, these videos where it's just saying, well, we have to remain loyal to Jehovah, which is in other words, remain loyal to the organization, not God, and do whatever the organization says and shun anyone who doesn't agree. That's it.
Beverly?
The best life ever. Best life ever. That's
Does
it.
anybody know who's playing in the Super Bowl tomorrow? You not? Me not? Nope.
I don't know. That's right.
Beverly asked, the Super Bowl tomorrow? Question mark?
Right. Yeah, but it is.
But
someone told me.
pizza sounds great for the Super Bowl tomorrow anyway.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. So their
Yeah, I
words
just found out it was.
Their words are love never fails, best life ever. All this BS words that they use, and it's all just the opposite of what they say.
Sorry, I have pizza trolleyed the chat. Oh,
it's
delivered.
New England and Seattle.
Oh, cool. Okay, Danbury, New England, Seattle.
Okay, it's not a religion; it's a controlling group and money hungry. Yep.
Wow,
that's right.
I didn't see that coming.
That's exactly what it is. It's about control. It's about money.
Yeah.
Because something we talked about a long time ago is why do they shun? And it's because once you're out, then you grovel your way back in. You'll never leave again. That's their idea, anyways. Oh, you'll never leave again because look how terrible it was. And so they crack down even harder on you and make you grip you harder so that you won't ever leave again. But I do believe that it actually has the opposite effect. That might work for some people, but with a lot of the exposure online, that's not going to work anymore, in my opinion, because you can see all the lies that are being exposed, and even when they come before the courts to say things like Jeffrey Jackson did, and you can just be like, "That's a lie." Hello, and it's like, why am I believing this? And I actually think too, in some ways, it helps for people to be disfellowship, to be kind of like the outside looking in and seeing all of their flaws. When you're not allowed in, you get to kind of feel a little freedom to be like, well, you know what? I wonder what this church over here teaches. I'm curious. Now that I'm not a Jehovah's Witness, I can go explore. So that's kind of what I did.
Okay, what's this person? T-Man 2KW8. What is this? They keep making big changes, and it's nearly impossible to keep up with. Recently had an elder say there was never a problem with beards. Nothing was written saying not to grow one. What?
Was nothing written? I'm not sure. I'm sure there was something written, but it was, even if it isn't, it was an unspoken rule. I really want the JWs to lose this case. Me too. And we all know that if they do, they'll appeal straight to the European Court of Human Rights. The final verdict is expected weeks, months after Monday. Oh man. No, this is going to take forever. I hate this. They drag it on and on and on. They just need to be told what to do and end it.
I was for about 55 years now. I root for whoever they're playing. Oh, okay. You were a fan of somebody. I missed it.
Is this NFL?
Yeah, I assume.
Super Bowl, I mean.
Yeah.
A random person from the church down the street heard of my problems and gave my neighbor $50 to give to me for Christmas. Oh,
that's super sweet.
That was really sweet. Yeah, it's good to have you need a support group, for sure. And if you can find some in your area, that's always very helpful.
Look, guys, churches and other denominations have helped. They helped Casey and I one time.
Yeah.
And it was during COVID.
Yeah.
They paid our house payment.
The mortgage for 1 month.
Isn't that crazy?
Didn't ask for the money back.
Didn't ask for them to do that. They just did it. It's like, wow.
Yeah, so it is nice when there are people out there who will be helpful. And as you would think, as Jehovah's Witnesses, like people that are homeless and stuff, that they would be willing to help out. Now, it's not to say that you need to give all your money, and maybe you need help too.
Right.
But as a charity, like most churches have, where you can go up and donate food to feed those in need.
Slippery JW
or
language.
Also during Christmas, like a lot of churches, like I know one around here, they would send out an email asking for certain things that they wanted to donate to people in the community. They didn't have to be part of the church, but they just were like, hey, we need diapers, we need shirts size, for children, little boys. And they were real specific on what they needed on the Christmas list for these people in the community to have things that they needed, like clothes, not just food, but clothes, items, tennis shoes, things that they need. So that's really how we should be doing things. But of course, Jehovah's Witnesses are not going to do that. It doesn't matter if beards were written or not. We know how it was.
Maverick.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know if it was written or not, though.
Maverick,
So if
does
anybody
American
knows-
football make sense to you? I was just saying. I'm just curious if you
Oh, well,
understand it.
that's rugby football for them.
No, soccer is football.
They have rugby and soccer.
Yeah, but football they call football.
Football
soccer.
is soccer. Rugby is football, American style, but harsher without the padding, is my understanding.
No, American football is harsh. Canadian football is real
Rugby
bad.
is supposed to be worse than American.
Oh, I don't know about rugby.
Rugby is like basically American football with no padding. But let me know if that's right or not, Maverick, or anybody from the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm curious to know. I'm just curious to know what he thinks about it.
How come nobody gets this fellowship for gluttony? I know.
Oh my Lord.
It's
I'd
like
be
they
done.
No, I mean, they don't disfellowship you really for even like being an alcoholic. I mean, technically they could, but they turn a blind eye to that one.
Man, there's a lot of drinking.
The only thing they
JWs.
want to disfellowship you for is sex with consenting adults. That's the only one, really. Oh, and smoking cigarettes. God forbid.
How about smoking weed?
Absolutely. That's a no. Can't smoke anything, right?
I am definitely not meant to be a JW.
Oh, please. Yeah. Okay, so J Mars says rugby is rough, football is light. Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I had thought.
Okay.
My friend was his fellowship for vaping CBD.
Oh wow,
What?
Maverick used to watch NFL. Okay.
CBD,
cool.
and a couple of the elders were morbidly obese.
See, I like college football, but I do watch the NFL some, but I haven't watched it this year.
Oh, did you see that?
Huh?
Pep, he said,
What is-
my friend was this fellowship for vaping CBD, and a couple of the elders were morbidly obese.
That is so stupid.
And also,
Ah.
CBD is not against the rules, but I'm guessing.
Well, Delta 8 and
Vaping
Delta
it.
9 is.
No. It's
Oh,
not.
it's got to be because it's
It's
mind
not.
altering.
It's not
Okay.
against the rules. As far as I know, our gummy's okay, as he says. I think you can eat it as long as it's like legal. And
Yeah, hope the
but
weather changes.
I'm telling you, they have a thing on smoking anything. Like I've seen stuff that you can smoke. Tell me if anybody knows the answer to this one. But there's these things you can buy that has nothing in it. It's just flavor. It's like flavor. There's no nicotine. There's no CBD. There's no nothing. It's just a flavor for people who want to
Holy
quit
moly.
smoking or vaping. But it's just all it is a flavor.
That's
So
insane.
Is that against the rules? Because
That's
look
insane
you're
right there.
smoking something. There was a friend of mine who went to a judicial committee for fits of anger. He literally beat up a kid in the foyer of the. Wow. Okay.
That's crazy.
So he was disfellowshipped for this. And that's definitely awful that he was that. He needs to be in anger management classes. Terrible. I have been chewing some nicotine gum a little. Okay. Well, that would be against the rules, wouldn't it? Because it's got nicotine. He went into the judicial committee with a stone and handed over. What? Good grief, what was he gonna do? Kill somebody?
Jeez.
I hope he's
Just
not
stone
married. But was he?
Man, that wind is ferocious.
I hope he wasn't married with children. Goodness gracious.
Love
Oh,
and
yeah.
marriage. Love and
Yeah, Jay. I guess I'm a drug addict.
It's
He
together.
does nicotine gummies. Yeah. Well, okay. So tell me if anybody knows the answer to this. Is it against the rules to smoke or vape one of these things? It's all it is flavor. It's not even nicotine. So let me know. I'm thinking no, because they have some sort of weird thing in their head that stems from cigarette smoking. So anything you smoke is wrong, you know.
Hey, Fatty.
That's their view on it. Our body of elders wrote to the branch about the beard issue. Oh, good. The branch replied with a letter copied to the circuit overseer emphasizing obedience and unity, citing Hebrews 13:17. Okay, what does that have to do? I mean, so they didn't answer the question, right? They just were like,
Governing body has Holy Spirit vapes at Bethel.
But I mean, so there is some proof right there, reasonable to say that they want unity. In other words, they want you to look the same, all uniform, right? But they won't come out and say, correct, beards are not allowed.
Thanks,
They
Maverick.
like to
Now
play on words.
my head's stuck with the song Holy Smokes by Iron Maiden.
Oh my gosh. So the fits of anger guy was not disfellowshipped and he needed anger management. To be fair, the kid he beat up was a punk and kind of had it coming. What was he gonna do with that rock?
Did you read
I wouldn't want him to be married to nobody. That's scary. Yeah, I just read all that.
Okay.
We're on two different pages here,
Yeah.
I guess. Maybe we should come together, meet in the middle.
Holy smokes, flies around shit, bees around.
Probably saying, "You without sin cast the first stone." Oh, yeah, I actually that's funny you mentioned that. Shamrocks, because I actually told the elders that one time.
I like that name.
I actually told the elders that one time about but what about Jesus when he said he without sin cast the first stone? And they told me he didn't ever say that. Yeah, we changed the Bible and our new updated version, New World Translation, 2013 version, doesn't have that in there. And I'm like, okay, so you took it out? That doesn't mean it didn't happen. And they're like, yeah, they were able to prove that it didn't happen. I'm like, no, you weren't. You weren't able to prove anything. You decided that on your own that you didn't want those words in there because, God forbid, you actually forgive somebody. Did you want to read that?
I was pulled it up for you to read.
Okay.
I've already moved on.
I feel the whole beard thing is because, yes, Rutherford was mad about Russell and his magnificent beard. You know what? He didn't like Russell, and he wanted to get away from Russell's
holy smokes
religion, sorta. And so he, basically took over and then changed it because it used to be called the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society and Bible Students when Charles was in it. But then when Rutherford took over, that's when they changed the name to Jehovah's Witnesses after Russell. And yes, he hated beards and he hated facial hair and he wanted to get away from Russellites. Okay. My brother is an elder and uses nicotine patches apparently for health reasons. It was said the addictive substance is not nicotine, but another drug added later to addict people to smoking. So was he allowed to use that? Or was that against the rules? Huh. I know, like you said, Born JW, they love the play on words. Like they say, well, we don't use the word shun, but they actually shun, Stupid. Some prohibited drug. So must have been removed. What was that? Same prohibited drug. Okay. So, yeah, like if the vaping thing, like if
Oh.
I don't know, I would say they probably would say no to anything you vape, unless it's
I know they'll sure enough
Vicks-
drink.
unless it's Vicks vapor rub.
I made a bunch of wine, and
Yeah.
they was annoying about wanting it all the time. Remember that?
Yeah, they like to drink.
Yep.
The beard policy was sitting in service desk, correspondence guidelines, and assembly level. What is that? Compartmentalized letters, not for written direction, only oral. And this is for the beard policy, I guess. So, yeah. So unfortunately, if it's not written, then how can we prove that was the rules before, the unspoken rules? And then, like, if you actually had a beard, it was a problem, and you would lose your privileges and all that.
Oriental Pearl. I'm not familiar with her. I'll have to check her out.
Okay, Jeff, speaking of the guy with the anger problem, I see there was like that's crazy. There was like a fist fight in the Kingdom Hall. I have never seen that.
Shamrocks. Did you get that one?
Mm-mm.
I heard that Shepherding a Flock of God book, or Shepherding Flock book, you can smoke pot if it's for medical purposes.
Would it have
I
to
actually
be?
think that's correct. I think
It would
in
have
there.
to be a.
I think if it's
prescription.
prescribed,
It'd
yeah.
have to be a prescription. You can't just do it on your own. But what about like vaping the actual, just the flavors? Like I've seen that advertised online. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, Bly Rose, welcome. By the way, welcome Windwalker, Bly Rose, and the other person I just mentioned, Shamrocks. Glad to see you guys all here. And Bly Rose says, Bly Ruse. Oh, well. A Rougarou. I was
yeah,
reprimanded
so-
by an elder because I used to have a little facial hair, and it was considered very inappropriate and unkept to come to the Kingdom Hall like that. Oh my Lord. Bly Ruse.
Was I so asking Homo sapien, was I talking about the hookah? Well, not necessarily. Just a like, okay, here I found it actually. This thing here, it's called fume, and but it doesn't have any nicotine in it. It's just to help people. It's just a flavor. So I was just wondering, it says 0 nicotine, vapor, or batteries. It's just for fidgeting, and it's just got a flavor in it. So I was just wondering, is that allowed? So if anybody knows. Yeah.
Cups, 1975. You can't smoke it. Okay. Eating is okay.
Eating, yeah. So eating and no smoking. But what about this vape thing?
Willie Nelson now just eats it.
Oh yeah. And do you remember Snoop Dogg says that Willie Nelson, what was his words?
He said, "Don't ever smoke with Willie." He said, "I had to tap out."
Tap out because
He said, "Willie." He said, "I couldn't even
oversmoked.
find my way off the bus."
he beat Snoop Dogg.
That's something, man. When you
Yeah.
outsmoke Snoop,
Yeah. Even the
he
elders
said
book,
whatever he was smoking.
even the elders book says pretty oh yeah, petty gambling is okay. Oh really? I always thought it was wrong, like we couldn't do scratch offs or any of that. Bought a few scratchies last week, last $10.
Yeah, you really.
Quite the system. I always thought we weren't allowed to do any kind of gambling, not even like scratch offs and stuff. Okay, so
Blowing smoke up my arse.
okay,
Come from I wasn't.
Enya. Oh, Enya. I love the singer Enya.
Who's Enya? Did I miss one?
Enya.
Yeah, Cosmic Donkey. I think the flavor air would be an elder's decision.
I got it on the screen. I would think that
didn't see
vaping
Enya.
flavors is also a no-go because it can cause damage because of the heat in your lungs. Oh,
Welcome to the channel, Enya.
okay. I was just really.
Here's a newbie, another new person. All right.
Yay.
There's Portuguese. See if you can go through it and figure it out.
What? No, where?
Right there.
Oh. So. Oh, it's good evening, good night
Oh,
from Brazil.
glad to see you here and welcome to the channel.
Mm-hmm. Boa notte. Boa notte.
Well, I got the note. I kind of figured that was night, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. I know Spanish,
I
so
guess
I
it's
can
bueno,
kind of pick
no?
up a some.
Nope.
I wonder if you'll get a marking talk for eating a bowl of Lucky Charms. He's crazy.
Gerald. You got it. Right there.
Inhaling any vapor would stumble others, and that would be enough to get you in trouble. Okay. Of course, we have to nitpick every little thing, right? My mother died from lung cancer from smoking in 1973. She had been baptized after stopping for 6 months. Everyone was told that they had to give up. People used to smoke in the meetings. Yeah, and then they came up with a no smoking policy. And I mean, I agree, smoking is bad, but I don't think you should like get disfellowshipped over it, you know, like because you can't.
Thank you, Born JW. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tickle that like button, hit that notification if you haven't, so you get notified for all the upcoming videos, which there's a really good one coming out Monday. Not going to tell nobody what it's about, but it's coming out Monday. And if you like everything that we're doing, get us a cup of coffee. If not, hey, check our store out. You might see something you like, might not. But the important part is that you just subscribe. Doesn't matter if you get something, subscribe, join, any of that. Just check out the videos and hit the like. Appreciate it. And subscribe.
Yeah. So I'm guessing, like Jay says, amazingly, we could burn scented candles. I know.
Yep.
Or like incense. That's allowed. We should be a little more hippie-ish.
I've got another channel. Well, I can't really talk about it, but I've got a mainstream channel I'm getting ready to do. I've got
You're talking about
Frequencies of Freedom.
Oh,
that's all XJW music.
Just music.
Okay,
only.
real quick, since we changed the subject real fast, you get the Kingdom melody stuck in your head and you really want to get them out. You need to replace those because it's part of brainwashing. Even she, after all these years, is still saying some of them sometimes. And in order to get that out of your mind, to put it out, because music is a huge brainwashing tool. To get it out, replace it with something else. They don't cost nothing. You ain't got to pay for it. You don't go and join something to get it. It's free. And you can do the playlist. Just go to Frequencies of Freedom. And I'm putting tons of them over there. There's like 19 songs now. Everything from R&B, soul, rock, pop. Pretty much it. So, synth wave, synth pop. It's all there. So go enjoy. And I'll put up the link. Now, back to you.
Oh, it's okay. We're doing this together.
Back to you, Casey.
I'm okay with there being rules if you want to convert as a Jehovah's Witness. Jobs have policies, but you know what jobs don't have is shunning policies.
Yes.
And also, they don't tell you that when you're studying and when you're getting baptized. They don't tell you, by the way, in case you decide later that if you commit a sin, you're going to be shunned.
I do have tons of t-shirts on the shop. Thank you for asking, Pep. I normally wear one.
Go grab a couple?
Yeah, grab a couple so we can show them during Christmas, guys. And there again, we're thankful to everybody. We had a lot of shirt sales and cups, coffee cups, and tumblers and things, and we're deeply appreciative to you guys. So anyway, yes, there's tumblers, there's cups, there's hats, there's toboggans, there's shirts, there's everything. Go grab one. Oh, there's hoodies, there's this type of thing. There's everything.
Okay, I'll go get it.
And then when all else felt, no, can't give you that one either. Anthony makes some awesome music. Thank you, Born JW. I appreciate that. Yeah. Oh, I was going to post that link for everybody to get to. They're cracking down on rules hard as hard law enforcement's cracking down on DUI criminals. DUI should be cracked down on. JW's not. That's religion. First of all, religion's a personal thing. It should always stay that way, but it shouldn't interfere with people's freedom. And when that happens, that's no longer religion. That's a cult. And Jehovah's Witnesses are a cult. Because you can't take someone's freedom and hold them and their family hostage. That's evil. That's wicked. Reasonably conclude, what advice did the Apostle Paul or John? Oh, glad I didn't say that because Paul was something. What advice did the Apostle John provide on shunning? I don't know. Reasonable. Give us some ideas, man, friend. I bet KC knows. Yeah.
There wasn't anything about shunning.
Boom, boom. This magazine has the study article question. Oh, okay. Watchtower, 1988. 415, page 26 to 31. Discipline that can yield peaceful fruit. Okay.
Okay. John, well, do y'all remember that one when First John where they would justify why you can't speak to somebody? Don't even say hello to them. No greeting. That's where they would get to not even say hi. This is mine. It just says, I'm finally celebrating my birthday. Another year wiser.
Oh, where's my gray one at?
I don't know. I can't find it. And then this is his. And
Looks better in black.
I like it in green. This one's in
I like
green.
it in black.
Fall of the Watchtower.
That one does look really
And I
cool.
will
If you've
have
got
to
a
go
black
find-
shirt, it looks
He's
amazing.
got a gray one.
Yeah,
That
the gray one's really cool.
You wore it last week, I think.
Yeah.
So
It's like a stonewash gray. It's really cool.
I have to go find it. Might be dirty.
You okay over there, little fella?
Okay. Oh, a link. What advice did the Apostle John provide on shunning? Well, I don't believe there was any advice in particular, was there? The only reason that they only have their shunning thing is from the Apostle Paul. The only thing Jesus mentioned was to love people, even your enemy. So if you're shunning them, how are you loving them?
This is true.
And
I know this to be true. Amen. Oh, sorry.
Mama Sue shared a YouTube of, I'm guessing this is a link for the XJWs. What is it?
I don't know. I missed it.
It's, okay. Okay, I read your little song there, Jay.
What was it?
Dark days are here.
Oh.
Men come in fear, but the Bible tells us that shunning is near.
Okay.
Yeah. He spelled anyways, gotta go read it. We never said don't say hello to removed people. Oh, that's a lie. They use the First John to justify it. But of course, now they do say hello to people who are in the Kingdom Hall. They can say hello to them. So I don't know if they're going to lighten up some more. We'll see.
That song is so stuck in my head, Maverick, ever since you mentioned Holy Smokes.
So is there a difference between a natural aversion shunning and an institutional arranged retaliatory shunning shielding abuse? The nuanced answer is in the essential critical thinking. A natural aversion shunning. Like, is it your decision to shun or is it the policy? Well, it's the policy, that's the problem. It is in the doctrine. It's a shotgun baptism. It's funny.
Dallas said, follow the Watchtower. You like the shirt?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you need a Watchtower in the Crosshair shirt. That's a good one.
I like the ones blowing up because it's metaphorical. Crosshairs could be issues, but the metaphor is really good.
If
It's
I
like
knew
a-
the draconian culture of Watchtower age 16, I would never have joined. But that's the thing, is like
Oops.
they're not going to tell you all these things until it's too late and you're already in. Okay, he shared a his other channel, Frequencies of Freedom. This is just for music for ex JWs who want to hear things that they might could relate to.
I do have a quick question for everybody.
Mhm. Go ahead.
Oh, hold on.
Who did the
Does
artwork?
does
for the
Rock?
Watchtower shirt?
Oh, we did.
Oh.
Does Rock? If you guys have any artwork that you'd like to send over to us, please do. You can get us at factsonjw@gmail.com. If you'd like to see your artwork become a shirt or maybe a logo or a hat or something, feel free. Send your art over, man.
Mhm.
And if you have any ideas that you'd like to just do some mainstream stuff that's related to music, send it over. I'm open for suggestions. Or, well, no, never mind that. But anyway, here's a new song I just did. I don't know if you guys like this style of music, but it's pretty cool.
Ooh, that's cool. Sounds like pirates.
No,
Oh,
it's dark. It's dark or dark choir.
No, pirates are kind of dark.
Well, this is supposed to be because Graeber used seances to come up with his version of his Bible. I thought this was pretty good.
Candle smoke in quiet rooms, curtains pulled in tight. Whispers through a borrowed voice in the middle of the night. Pages filled with phantom ink, trembling at the pen. Truth or something dark
Matthew
is
had a
speaking
first
through
slogan
a
for you.
mortal man.
Retaliatory shields.
Oh, cool.
Okay, Matthew. No, not a copy strike. Good music.
Laughing voices thunder, keep the spirit clean. But history's got receipts of what the sources mean. Verses shaped and justified, margins tell the tale. John 1:1, dooms arise, Graeber's ghost wind in the sail.
Graeber's Ghost Winds in the Sail is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a song about seances, and Jehovah's Witnesses admitted for many years that they used Matthew 27:52 and 53 and John 1:1 from Graeber, no other source. They admitted and they footnoted it in one of their early Bibles that came from Graeber. So, and Graeber always admitted he used seances to come up with those things. So that's the songs about that.
Matthew says he has a t-shirt slogan for you: retaliatory shunning shields abuse.
Oh, cool.
And Jeff thought it sounded kind of like Spinal Tap.
No, it don't sound like Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap vibes.
No,
said.
no, nothing like Spinal Tap. It sounds more like Man of War or something like that. It's more of a darker opera. Spinal Tap was like, it was hilarious. It was a parody. And it was kind of like making fun of early 80s rock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I hate that, though, because that guy, his son, just unalived him and his wife. It was really sad.
Who is this? Who?
The
What's their name?
Rob Reiner.
That was the guy.
Rob Reiner wrote, produced, and it was all him.
Oh.
Spinal Tap.
Shunning is based on the bad association scripture, which might seem fair. And when, Coco. And when Paul complained that the congregation was turning a blind eye to the guy who was, what is that? Something his father's wife. Oh. And did kick him out. Yeah. But, right. And, but I don't know. But was that like that wasn't like a permanent shun, or was it just like, hey, you can't be doing this in the congregation? See, this is where Paul, I'm not really fond of Paul.
He took 3/4 of the Bible for himself.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really like the things he said.
Well, is it Paul or pseudo Paul? That's what I want to know.
I like the words of Jesus. Hey, I need to charge this.
Go ahead. Mine's charged all up.
Computer's about to die. Hurry. Okay. Almost lost everybody.
Bob.
What?
The song Bob.
Bob.
Yeah, battery operated boy.
Oh. Paul was not a prophet, Jenny says. Yeah, maybe not. Yep, he wasn't a disciple. He wasn't one of the 12 disciples. Well, I like the words of Jesus, of course. I mean, his was always,
I didn't do that.
Loving. Paul said they were doing things even those in the nations wouldn't do. Oh, and he did remove him and don't ever greet him. That's what Watchtower uses. Yeah. You could be shunned for not going out in service on Saturday or turn in enough hours as being spiritually weak back in the 1970s. God, they were really harsh back then. They have lightened up some. Yeah. For sure. Okay, so Matthew is looking forward to your music channel, especially if you animate or sell.
Some of it is animated.
Set to video. Yeah, it is video. Some of it is video, moving picture.
Right. Some of it's animated. It's just, and some of it's said. I've done some other videos, and I don't know. It just, I don't do parodies. There's a couple of people out there that's done music and done parodies. Parodies are great. I'm not Weird Al Yankovic, so I'm not into that.
So Sue thinks that you're going to get a copyright strike.
No, not a copyright. I own the copyright to this. I actually own it.
Yeah, he made the music.
Yeah.
So he's okay.
The lyrics are mine. The music, all the cordage. I programmed it all in what I wanted, so it's technically mine.
It would be hilarious if it turned out the governing body have been sitting around using tarot cards to gain new light. Oh my God. That would be. It wouldn't surprise me if they did.
Yep.
I mean, they've dealt with the spirit medium stuff in the past, so why not? Oh, and I don't think any of them are Christian either. Maybe Anthony Morris. He was like a believer. But I think the others might not be anymore. I mean, I think that they dedicate their lives, like David Splain. There was an article about him in the last Watchtower where he goes on about how all the stuff he did for Watchtower, regular pioneer, circuit overseer, missionary, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And then, eventually leading to governing body. But by the time you get to become a governing body member, you got to know it's all lies, because Raymond Franz basically said that he noticed that when he became a governing body member, he realized there was an issue, that they weren't telling the truth and they weren't praying on things. And so once you get to the top, you got to be like, wait a second, I did all this for nothing? I mean,
that's what, what's his name said?
Raymond Franz.
Yeah.
So you get to the top, you realize you did all this for nothing. And in the end, what's keeping you there is money and power and prestige. Because by then you're like a celebrity. Oh, wow, look, governing body member, blah, blah, blah. And we got to take a picture with him. And, so it's kind of hard to walk away from all that and then get mistreated like Raymond did when you want to keep your life of luxury,
Yeah.
and lies.
Now, this song here, guys, this one has a lot of good meanings.
Except the ones they made. They said grace was dangerous. Don't let that word inside. Call it undeserved kindness. Keep salvation tight. They marked the year 1914 in invisible ink. Said Jesus took the throne, but don't stop to think. No witnesses, no scripture. Just trust what we print. Truth keeps changing shape, but they swear it's always been. Every question felt like treason. Every doubt a crack in faith. You can leave the kingdom hall, but they don't let you go.
Can't find this one.
You can leave the Kingdom Hall, but they don't let you go.
Yeah. Okay. Maverick, he sent something. I'm trying to find it on here on my phone.
Real quick, I was just going to let you guys hear this, and I'm done with music. This is the one you mentioned, Burn the Tower Down.
I'm trying to find what Maverick sent.
What did he send? KC, film invitation of Body Snatchers. Oh, I love Body Snatchers. The picture is now JWCS. And no, Jeff, this does not sound like Spinal Tap either. Spinal Tap roof of the This sounds more like Yngwie Malmsteen. If he met Iron Maiden / Lynch Mob.
I need to go look up and see what that looks like. Oh, film invasion.
Yeah, you ever saw the Body Snatchers?
Wooden smiles, printed fear in black and white. They handed me a script to read, called it truth, called it life. Counting hours, counting souls, knocking.
Oh, maybe the song's called Burn the Tower Down. And it's not literal, it's metaphorical.
Chains, scriptures meant to keep us tame. As God is love, explain the pain, explain the silence,
Oh my
explain
God.
the pain. Fire the tower down tonight.
Burn the tower down tonight. I won't hide with men. I won't hide from men who lie. That's the song.
So
It's just to get rid of and deprogram all of that brainwashing, man, because that's all it is. It's a brainwashing technique that they've done. And that music that you've learned from Kingdom Melodies is nothing but brainwashing.
Yep. So I've got a story for you. A brother that my ex-wife was removed. And I recently found out years later, he is now an elder in a city congregation. I've been told to leave it with Jehovah, of course. Leave it in Jehovah's hands.
That's disgusting.
But that's another thing too, is like all of that kind of stuff. It's
Yeah.
like they don't ever want to do anything about it. But if you have consensual, it's like, problem, you know? Yeah. Raymond Franz had a conscience. Exactly. And these guys that are currently in obviously don't.
And if rock and roll ain't your thing, guys, there's R&B, there's soul, there's synthwave too.
Oh, Matthew says that was his era of music. The one you.
And then there's this stuff, which I like too. I mean, I don't have a specific genre of music, but I'm musician.
Well, yeah, you do. You like rock and roll.
I like R&B and soul too.
No, you like hair bands.
I listen to a lot of R&B and
That's his
soul.
preference. Okay, and say you like it. Your preference is hair bands.
I listen to a lot of R&B and soul. So how can you say that? Look at my iTunes.
I didn't know that.
That's because you don't listen to a lot of music.
That's true. I don't. I'm more of a movie person. I'm not a music person. Okay, Jeff says he's got a t-shirt. Be careful, I'm bad association.
That's a good one.
Oh yeah. Actually, I have a t-shirt. I didn't make it yet, but it was in the works. And it says bad association and it has a black sheep on it. I should do that one. Hi Nadine. How are you? Yep. Uh-oh, Coco. she's getting tangled up in the cord here. She's trying to walk through. Yeah. She's so funny. She's our little Chiweenie, but she's probably a couple pounds overweight there, which is like being 30 pounds overweight for a dog, for a little dog.
Southern rock.
Okay, all right. So you like a good variety.
Country, reggae.
Wow, it's good.
Soul, R&B, pop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, soul. Who do I got in soul in here?
One thing I find fascinating, being a Jehovah's Witness strips you of a lot of your humanity. Love thy neighbor is thrown out the window. I know, right? Even when praying, it's only directed to the brothers or the governing body. No one else. Yeah. It's like they pray for the governing body in their prayers, too. It's terrible. Really. I mean, I guess they're praying for the governing body to be directed by Jehovah. You can't play that.
No.
That's not yours. All right.
Medication makes me high. It's a long way down. In the fields of marijuana, that is my playground.
You should do a Slash version of Listen, Obey, and Be Blessed.
I don't know the song, but okay.
Listen, obey, and be blessed.
Oh, I do know that song. Oh. Look, my friends, I'll listen to gospel music as long as it sounds like Striper. That's about the best I can do, man. That stuff just like bores me to tears.
So let's see. Bad association ruins false doctrines.
Yep.
That is so true. Oh, I should get my bad association. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Bad association. That's a good one. And I got my little sheep.
Oh,
that's a good one. Maybe, I don't know. Let me see if I can find the picture here. I got to get on that.
All right, guys. Remember, factsonjw@gmail.com. If you have any ideas about artwork, any ideas of upcoming episodes you'd like to see, anything, let us know. Video ideas. If you have a video idea you would like to see, let us know. Because 144 on the Ceiling, the R&B song, I'm wanting to do a video on it, and I'm kind of like,
here it is.
Kind of lost on it.
No, I don't know. I'm not, I can tweak it, of course. It doesn't have to look like this. We could change it up, make it look a little more modern or something, but that's just what it is. It just says bad association. It's got a sheep. So,
yep. Is that on our store?
No.
Oh.
I haven't done it. That's what I was saying. Yeah, I haven't done it yet. But yeah, it's possible. Now, again, it's just kind of working on it kind of thing. But maybe bad association picture would, t-shirt would be good. How about a dollar bill with either Russell or
that's actually
JFR
cool
instead of the pyramid? Oh,
that's actually a good idea.
Have the Denmark Assembly Hall, and instead of New World Order, it says New World Translation.
Oh,
that would be good.
Yeah.
Or just a t-shirt that has like a coin on it with their pictures. That would be funny. Or maybe a coffee mug or something. That'd be good. My XJW pickup line. Want to spoil some useful habits?
Who said that?
Jeff.
I love it.
You want to spoil some useful habits?
That's a good idea.
Because I love saying that,
Yeah.
bad association spoils useful habits.
Oh, yeah. I
It's
knew
in the
that.
scriptures,
Yeah.
They hound that into you.
See, some of these things, guys, I wouldn't remember, so I don't know. And some of it, when they would tell
It's
me,
in the Bible.
I would be like, whatever.
Well, it's in Second Corinthians 15:22 or something.
Okay.
Tell me the bad association spoils useful habits. Let's see.
Man, cherry pick verses. You guys are like tops on.
Yeah. I'm getting rusty. Let's see. 2 Corinthians.
You tell them to read a whole chapter.
5.
They're lost.
5. Nope, I was wrong. I knew it's in 2 Corinthians somewhere.
Oh.
Or is it 1 Corinthians?
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. 1 Corinthians 15. Draconian culture of age 16. 33. Aha. So I had the Corinthians and the 15, and I was close on the other. It's 1 Corinthians 15.
33.
And then 33 and not 23. So, yeah, I was getting there. Do not be misled. Bad associations spoil useful habits. Of course. Now, how many people remember scriptures, huh?
Scared me.
You all know John 17:3. Not John 3:16. No, that one didn't matter. John 17:3. Taking in knowledge.
Yeah.
That was important. Yes, because see, they didn't want Christians to. Christians like John 3:16. We can't be like them of Christendom. We got to be different. So we got to focus on other scriptures. Psalms 83:18. Jehovah's name. Revelation 21:3 and 4. Everybody knows that one. Matthew 24:14. Go there. Go. This good news will be preached unto all the inhabitant earth, and then the end will come. Matthew 28:19 and 20. Go therefore and make disciples. Yeah. So we know all the main ones that was important to them. We should flood the Kingdom Hall contribution boxes with fake dollars saying, "In idiots we trust." They did the letter writing. Oh yeah. And that was the thing. Like they flooded the postal system with all these letters of petitions now to Russia. I don't know if they've done one to Norway. If anyone wants to tell us, did they do any petitions to Norway or not? But they had flooded back in 2017. They had flooded, and I actually was part of that letter writing campaign. They had, in the beginning of the year, they had flooded the postal service with all these letters petitioning, and that's their theocratic warfare right there, So they flooded the Norway courts with
helps 1975
bodies. Right. So they go in person to try to help. But you know what? Ex-Jehovah's Witnesses also have bodies too. So it's not going to help. I used to dump loads of shrapnel into the contribution boxes to pee off the account servant.
Yes.
They'll piss off. Okay.
Cosmic Donkey, I do use Suno.
That's funny.
Suno gives you more options. You can plug in the cordage and everything that you want.
Oh my. Jeff.
And I can actually plug my bass in and play myself.
Bad association with benefits.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Oh, I like that one.
Funny.
Like praying for King George.
Really? They've okay, right. Yeah, that was funny. That was funny, guys. So, all right.
Apostate campaign.
If anybody knows any more information about the current case, I have day 1 and day 2, kind of a recap of the Norway case. So if anyone wants to come on the stage,
put it up here.
It's in the description. I did put it in the description this time. So if anyone wants to come on the stage and share what they may know that they
There
want
it
to
is.
share about the Norway case,
Oh, it was way
please,
back there
in the
they said
Supreme
that.
Court, feel free to come on the stage. Like I said, it's in the description, so you can just click on that if you'd like. The other option is I can just go ahead and copy this and paste it into the chat. So if you want to come on the stage and maybe share what you may know, feel free to do so.
Yes.
I think Jehovah's Witnesses is done. I can't see how they can win this with the evidence presented thus far. I know, and I'm really hoping that is the case. I just don't know, because it seems like anytime you go to the courts, there's always some long, drawn out process, and then nobody ever really gets anywhere. It's just money, money, money. Pay the lawyers, pay the court fees.
Some people think
like
they're
to
going to
drag it out
splinter
for
off
money.
into splinter groups and probably cease to exist as Jehovah's Witnesses. But who knows? I do know that they will no longer be an organizational group eventually. It's going to take another 10 years probably.
Well, it depends. Now what happens if Norway
Joe, what are
says,
you doing, baby?
What would happen if Norway says, no, we don't agree with your shunning policy. It's a violation of human rights, and you no longer get any help from us. Do you think that they would stop shunning?
Do I? No.
You don't think so?
No.
Even if they lost?
I don't think they'd stop shunning. I really don't. They know if they stop shunning, they're only going to be a fraction of the numbers that they've got now for real. And so why would they stop?
Well, it's not going to help for
Yeah.
them to keep shunning people. Just because PMOs are in there, they're not donating money. So they're not going to have the money they need anyways.
Yeah, true. Come here.
Praying for the governing body is like praying for King George. That's funny. Most court cases are decided somewhere other than the courtroom.
Did you put the link up?
Bars and back rooms. Yes.
Okay, I don't see it.
It's in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's also in the description.
Okay.
Shunning is their main control method. Yeah. They would promote.
Guys, if you want to come on and chat with us and let's talk about it and maybe give your opinion, what you think's happening, please do. The link's in there.
Yeah. Shunning is their control method. You're right. You're right. Shamrocks. Yeah. They would still promote shunning from the platform, but soften the language in print, like remove, for example. And this is our little Joey. Little Joey Joe. He's the baby. Mm-hmm.
He's a Cavacorgi.
He's the royalty. We call him royalty.
He's a King George Cavalier and a Pembroke Welsh Corgi mix.
I kissed the royal paw.
Oh.
He has a royal paw.
Oh, somebody's coming on.
And Matthew's on. Okay.
All right.
So we're going to have Matthew come on, and hopefully he can share
his
opinion on the court cases.
And tell me your idea on music real quick, man. What do you think about the music?
I've got a varied taste, pretty much like you, Anthony. I sort of don't stick with one kind of thing, but I like the kind of styles that I like the styles that you generate because it's got a spectrum, and that's it's nice to have a diverse, taste, eh?
Yep, thank you. That's what I do. Casey don't listen to a lot of music, so. But she was one of those Kingdom melodies. I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah.
It just
I used to take Kingdom melodies and sort of put it like a Mardi Gras death march. I like
that.
So if it was stuck in my head, I'd just butcher it, follow the warrior king, So that's kind of my method to getting something that's stuck in my head kind of out,
And that's kind of weird because one of the things I've often thought whenever I do move on past the veil, I was like, I want to have a Mardi Gras funeral, man. Like go and be sad and sing, be really cry and get it all over with, play some really sad jazz, and then just party.
Yeah.
Just
There was some of these Arab states that played the Russian national anthem with their brass band, but it was all and Putin is invited there, and I noticed that as they play this thing, it's all out of tune and it's not quite playing right. Yeah. And so thinking, well, with AI, you can kind of do things like that. Oof,
you can do anything now. It's amazing.
Naughty, eh?
So, what's your thoughts on the what's going on in Norway?
What happens when you put? I put it in the comments because it was. I sort of thought, what is a way to make a riddle that's relevant to the situation? You have two cults that sit at a table flexing their arms, one chants, one hums, both chasing charms. They wrestle and strain, yet nothing gets won, for the game isn't justice, nor truth, nor the sun. What are they really testing if not strength or right? The answer is easy but hard to cite. It's the world that bends under the rule of the faked, where the chair of authority is all that's baked. Two cults arm wrestle on planet Earth's stage, neither caring for truth but only the cage. Who wins? Not them, not you, not me. It's the chair-labeled power sipping iced tea. The prize, as always, is sheer authority. So you've got a situation. You've got a situation where an impasse was made. So Liv was very specific in talking about the dilemma situation, but it's not the situation of a JW that's been pushed out, or an ex-JW, or somebody that's faced, let's say, an abuse situation. No. That's not what's being dealt with here. It's the fact that Norway government has to meet human rights criteria. So they, in a way, have been pushed into the same kind of dynamic situation as, let's say, somebody who's faced abuse and gone, oh, I want to report this, please. Let's phone up service desk, only to discover that they get ejected because they're a liability. So this happened to the Norway government. The same principle happened. They got caught into a double bind. They got caught into a catch-22 situation. So they say, you know what? Let's get freed from this. If we put this to the Supreme Court, which answers to further ethics boards, okay, that whole problem is off our hands. That whole paradox is off our hands. If we fund, we're enabling the problem. If we stop funding, then we're going to be accused of discrimination. So we're stuck. What do we do? So it's not about justice necessarily. It's about getting out of the jam of where they're having to answer to ethics committees and ethics regulators. That's all it's about.
Yeah.
And why is it that they want to lie about shunning?
Okay. So when you say lie, is a lawyer allowed to lie in court? We already saw.
Yes.
Well, they're not supposed to. No, they do not lie in court. Supposed to. Do they lie in court? Yes.
So if they get caught in a lie, what happens? Well, we've already got a precedent of that. So naughty, you get a fine.
Sued, yeah.
Brumley, exactly. So Brumley is the classic case. He gets fined. So why does Brumley? Yeah. Did you listen to how Brumley now appealed that?
Yes, and to no avail, but yes.
What was it?
Well, the final appeal's done. He lost that final appeal.
Yeah.
What did he say?
So he was using the lawyer dynamics, because you can't. Okay, technically you can't lie, but you're allowed to obfuscate. That's your strategy. But if it is proven that you lie, then you get fined. But if you've used an obfuscation strategy, that's how your defense mechanism works. Otherwise there'd be no way that any lawyer would be able to take up a case and say, well, I'm going to defend my client. Okay. So think of it as thesis, but antithesis. If you do a dissertation, the way that you do your dissertation is it comes up for peer review. And when the peer review looks at your dissertation, they say, well, did you disprove your own theory? What's your sigma? What's your margin of error? We want to see you disprove your own thesis. Why? Because then when we look at your thesis and your antithesis, it comes together and there's a synthesis. We can see what the limitations are. That's what's accepted in our peer review before we accept that dissertation and award you a doctorate or a degree or a master's or whatever. So that same kind of approach is what's done in the litigation sphere. Yeah.
Good point. You kind of like Maverick here talked about Bill Clinton. He didn't have relations with that woman. Was an obvious lie. But at that particular time when he said that, it was a loophole in the law that he used. But Brumley he lost it the first case, and then he appealed it to Supreme Court and then lost it again. There is nowhere to go in the United States after that. So he lost it twice.
So now extend this further to like the sensational Epstein files. Take it further there. So what happens if you've got billions? If you are in a position of power, equated to money in the bank, these numerous
live Epstein.
All right.
Yeah. Now, or you move him, and what you do is you unalive his business name.
Right.
So that's where you get this whole idea of the singer that was formerly known as Prince. Well, his birth name, he's still alive. His company name is not alive. So they're going, this is where conspiracy comes in, and we just don't know because there's so much misinformation out there. Yeah, it sounds feasible, right? People have done this. They've absolutely done this. So we just don't know. But if you have the money to lobby and get into, let's say, financing somebody's campaign to government or to mayor or to have a seat on councils that affect law in the country or governance in the country, you have a way in to even affect the way the dictionary is rewritten. So you can influence definitions of words. And this has absolutely happened.
Yeah, but Epstein was messing with people who had money to pay off the national debt. I mean, Bill Gates has got 100 and something emails with Epstein. I mean, and they're talking some pretty awful things.
So
that's Bill Gates, man in the world.
So you get asked, well, why didn't they just do your legal prostitution? Why does it become something that is frowned upon because of age limits and all this? What is that all about? Well, it's about power.
Right.
That's what it is. It's
all about power.
Yeah, it's a power demonstration. And the other thing too is it's a cult dynamic, because if you are involved in the naughty things and we record it, then you're going to keep in line and you're going to keep according to the agenda of what this planet is all about and that governance of what this is about. If you want to call it archons, or if you want to call it jinn, or Illuminati family bloodlines, whatever,
Yeah.
Right.
Well, can I say this real quick? A Maverick says, okay, so he mentioned the quote on Clinton, right? Did not have relations with that woman. When Watchtower says, we do not have relations with ex-witnesses, and then Jeff says, it depends on what your definition of the word is.
Yeah, exactly. But
crazy.
The semantics they can play, but like Epstein, he got crucified in it, and now a lot of people are getting exposed. Clinton, Prince Andrew, the guy over in Israel, several of the people in Israel, the guy that's over the Mossad. I mean, several people are involved in it, and some of the richest men in the world are also involved in it. Bill Gates and a couple other people. It's when you're dealing with that kind of money, there's a lot of things you can do that normal people can't. Mm-hmm. But you have to still Watchtower. That's what I was getting ready to say. Watchtower is only dealing with at best 50 billion. People don't realize in an individual's person's mind that is
I'm like, wow,
crazy amounts of money. But to an organization, a huge organization, that's nothing.
Wow.
Think about it like that. That's nothing. Yeah. And you got most of that tied up in properties and stuff. It's like it's no money. And when it quits coming in, it's gone.
Yeah. I like what Micah says at the conventions in their donation boxes. Write a letter to the governing body that says, "Let Jehovah provide for you." Jehovah will provide. That'd be
reminds
good.
me of the song Signs.
That's what they think, anyways. Jehovah will provide. Just live in poverty. It's okay.
Yeah, but 50 billion or 55 billion, it's not a lot of money for an organization. You look at Mormons, as a matter of fact. What is it? Over 500 million or billion? That's a lot of money there. That's starting to get there. But even then, it's not considered like Catholics. Trillions.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Trillions.
Yeah. But look how long they've been around. 2,000 years. I mean, they've been around a minute.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Oldest Christian religion, I guess. So,
and then look what all they did to Mexico. Good Lord. In Central and South America, they stole all the gold. God knows what that was worth, and emeralds and everything.
Spaniards.
All the countries they went to, they stole.
It wasn't Catholics, it was Spaniards.
Well, Spaniards and anybody that was loyal to the church, yes. Because back then you could buy your way into.
Yeah. But they realized that they had made a mistake by saying that. Now they don't do that. Now you can't pay your sins. But one thing you do have to pay for in the Catholic Church is an annulment. On top of a divorce. It costs money. But
the point of this being is the fact is even the biggest and most powerful religions fall to some extent.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania is a good example for the Catholics. The state of Pennsylvania took a lot of diocese out, just wiped it out. That's impressive. They fought a multi-trillion-dollar church and won. That's insane. So Jehovah's Witnesses are nothing to them.
I like that you. Sorry, Casey. Sorry, I beg your pardon.
I just read that comment. The governing body are demigods. That's what Pep says. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, they even quoted Jesus said, "You are God." So they go, "Yeah, we are," and that's why this whole thing of calling Freddie Franz the Oracle or referring to anointed as master because they are united in the body of Christ. I mean, that's going on. That sounds very Freemason kind of thing. Anthony, I like the fact that you went into the Scientology dynamics, that you studied that. I mean, when that ever comes up, you're very, very clear-minded on it. And my observation of, who's it, Anders Risdal? Right. It's not about, you put it correctly. It's not about intent or character. He's doing exactly what he's paid for. And live as well, eh? So it's about advocacy as a practiced craft. So what stands out to a lot of people, it's not obvious lies, but it's the disciplined use of language which narrows definitions. Like you say, somebody lobbying to change a definition of, during the pandemic, for instance, they were changing definitions of things, softening terms, reframing consequences. It's technically lawful, yet for persons like us, it's experientially jarring, right? Casey, I hear you say that. I see you going, geez, man, this is terrible. Or Anthony talking about, let's get the music out of our heads. Because when a lawyer essentially, and it depends on our perspective, let's say lies in court, is it a lie or it's just advocacy? Because your court is designed to pick this up. Otherwise, they're a useless court. And they've got a reputation to uphold. Otherwise, law and order actually falls apart. So courts are designed to allow forceful advocacy, misleading, as long as it doesn't lie, and as long as it's within the rules that prohibit outright falsehoods, but permits a selective framing. I don't know if that makes sense, Anthony.
Yes.
Yeah. So the tension is exploring whether, something can be legally permissible, but yet for all of us who've been involved in spiritual abuse, let's frame it, spiritually abuse, it's ethically troubling because it just becomes sanitized terminology. We can't use the word shunning. It's selective association. Well, they already trying to push the Supreme Court into that. They're trying to say, well, this is our definition of what this thing is. And look, what's interesting, and you named it, with the amount of eyes that are looking at Norway, it's now becoming more obvious that it's a question of how systems process harm. That's how Epstein didn't go to prison for 14 years. That's how Enron was able to carry on business for 10 years, a decade before, boom, you get a strike. So it's what gets lost in it, when truth is filtered through advocacy rather than testimony. And if we don't get it right, we're going to kill the rainforest, and because it's on a negative decrease, it's not on a positive increase. I look at that as a flag. That's what advocacy does in this kind of context. And the planet cannot afford it anymore. I know that's controversial. That's just my opinion.
Right.
No, that's okay.
Well, I'm not a huge Monsanto fan either. So.
Well, it's because they use chemicals.
Yeah, they destroy stuff. That's what they do. Destroy everything. That's why they're
the branch was a big purchaser of Monsanto products such as Roundup and Paraquat, which in their own publications they denounced. But when they were confronted with it, and we have it on record, they said, no, that's not a spiritual decision. The branch committee overrides that, so we will buy these products. And why do they buy the products? Because they have shares in the products.
Well, what happens, though, is one of the leading lobbyists in Congress in the United States is Monsanto. Them and pharmaceutical companies. They lobby to pass bills and to get things done for their favor. And you're talking with companies, though, that have mega billions, not 50 billion. These are companies that play with 50 billion, like Anheuser-Busch was going to invest in the cannabis industry, and they lost $5.5 billion. And you know what they said? It was $5.5 billion.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, how many people do that?
It's pretty crazy.
Who asked about whether the branch or JW uses cannabis or smokes it? Was it you, Casey?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got a story for you. This really happened. So in Africa, cannabis just grows in the wild.
Is it?
Okay?
It's legal.
Right.
There,
And are you close to Durban, by the way?
Not quite, but I have served there in KwaZulu-Natal. Yes.
Quite. Yeah, it grows everywhere, and it's really good.
Is it allowed to? Are you allowed to in that country? Is it legal?
It depends on the area. Okay, so it's a technical gray area. So there are studies going on it with it. It's part of the culture as well. So in some of the insular societies, how do you stop this thing? I mean, it's like the mushrooms as well with psilocybin. So how do you stop that? So if it's in the culture, if it's with your San people or your indigenous people in these the very insular communities, how do you stop something that's part of the culture? They're just eating what comes out of the ground, for goodness sake, or grows on the surface of the ground. So, I mean, I remember one sister, and this was my experience. So you can just say, well, it's just Matt Gray's anecdotal experience. She was a missionary. She was riddled with cancer. She was basically a skeleton, and she was fed cannabis. I mean, not the watered down stuff. I mean, and it reversed. She got her hair back, everything back, and we're going, wow, what a case of cannabis sorting this. Now, I realized that you can come in with an antithesis for that. Yeah, sure. I'm not going to be categorical. I'm just going to say, well, this is what happened. It's very, very interesting. Yeah. But the branch had cannabis growing in the surrounds. All right. So the one branch where I served. But the law said you have to do a fire break. So you can imagine what happened to the branch. Because as soon as you do a fire break, and you light that thing up and you have a wind coming into the branch, what happens? your branch is intoxicated.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
So we had what was called devil's. It's this thing which makes your eye wide. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Bud Light.
Yeah, they lost 27 billion. Like, what the heck?
So we had these plants that were natural nootropics, had some kind of mind-altering effects. The cannabis was one. There was all sorts of other weeds that were growing there, and they set light to this whole thing. And of course, the wind comes into the branch, and it intoxicates your branch. So I just thought that was interesting that happens.
Yeah. Well, I think that with cannabis, I mean, you can just basically, like you say, it's a gray area for a lot of people. And then with Watchtower, they're just, no whatsoever. Even now, I think it's okay medicinally if it's a prescription.
Well, I can tell you this, and Willie Nelson can vouch for it. Willie Nelson is 90-something years old. He still uses cannabis. He might not smoke it anymore. Still uses it, and it doesn't hurt him. He has done very well with it. I've been using cannabis since I was a very young teen, and I'm however old I am.
You don't like it anymore.
Yeah, I did stop because I got to where I didn't like the way it made me feel anymore.
Some people,
but for
everybody.
40-something years of using it, no issues.
Yeah. So Booker T is asking a question: has Jehovah's Witnesses postponed Armageddon? That's a good question. What would you say to that, Matthew?
Well, they have.
Well, if they Jehovah God by an egregore or by a tulpa, which is a psychological construct, then they are God. What's it? Guardians of doctrine, God, right? It's a play on words. So you can, and especially if you've got a scripture like Jesus saying you are gods, or Psalms, that's a reference to Elohim, which is plural. So if you are creating these business entities, and by the way, it was in the third publication, Watchtower, for shareholders. They were saying if you are called Beelzebub, what more of the servant? So it's showing you that Russell had a concept of the business egregore system where you can create these entities in business. You can create a person on paper in a company, for instance, and it's treated as a person. So you can do this too with gods and with your court system. So somebody who's afraid with the court system can see that, this egregore idea where we can construct these things on a psycho-spiritual level or in a legalistic level. Well, that's how you get a Freemason coming in and saying, yes, I believe in Jehovah. That's exactly what we're taught in 33rd degree. But your Jehovah and my Jehovah, are they the same entity? Well, we don't have to reveal that. If you don't have the knowledge about that, you are like Goyim. You're cattle people.
Oh.
Goyim's a Jewish word, Yiddish word.
Well, you told me that.
Goyim. It's
dog.
Basically like a dog. Yeah.
Yeah. Hebrew.
Yeah.
So, somebody, Pep said, did the people in the branch get stoned?
Yeah.
And Maverick's quote, I saw a quote that was funny. Armageddon is canceled. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Well, and here's the thing, I don't know. Do you ever watch what was it? JW Thoughts. Do you ever watch JW Thoughts with Wally?
Yeah.
Matthew. He done one about it's been a couple of months back, November maybe. And that's where he done the February Watchtower. It might have been before that, it might have been October. And that's where in the February Watchtower, I never did it because everybody done it, but they talk about the old people now are not going to see the end.
Yeah. Do you remember that Watchtower last year?
That was this year.
No,
just this February. No, it's just this February.
No, it was.
No, it's this February.
Well, it was written. It was November of last year, but I think it came out in February.
It came out in February. It's October when Wally done the article. Because now they put it way ahead of time.
It's great that you mentioned Wally because, and it's great that you mentioned that point because I don't know, Casey. It's a real, what can I say, a heart sore when you go into a branch and you've got your frail and infirm sector, right? From your missionaries, your special pioneers that are all retired and they've come into the branch because they're now frail, they're 80, 90, and they're on their deathbeds and they're saying, what happened to paradise? Because they've lost some of their mental function. They're going, I was told I was never going to face death. I was going to see. And they're crying their eyes out in the branch. You know that that's happening.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes, it came out January and February. So I guess they're learning about it now. Now the Watchtower itself was
He done the article in
handed
October.
out in November.
Yeah.
I guess. But the actual article that they're studying was January and February.
Right. This year.
Yeah, this year.
Right. And that's the one where they talk about, you're not going to live to see Armageddon.
Yeah. Some of you.
That's classic institutional gaslighting, making it your fault, saying, what's it? You developed the hope yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, who found the flag?
Yeah, it's right here. Perhaps you are saddened by the possibility that the end of the system will not come in your lifetime. So they were just reading that in January. So those people have got to be very sad, the older ones.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're thinking. I mean, I can ask my mom, but then it's like, goes over your head.
Yeah.
Like nothing, like no, like I didn't say anything.
Look, here's exactly. I'm going to let you hear one thing real quick. I'm working on a video that's going to be posted. When is it going to be posted? It's going to be posted Monday. So here, just listen to this.
Real quick, Dallas had to go, so we're going to say goodbye to Dallas, and he may come back. So thank you.
Later, Dallas. See you later, brother.
He's going to go watch.
Here you go.
Show.
Let's hear this thing, Anthony.
Yep. Hold on one second.
Entanglement.
All right. Hold on. I got to rewind back.
Have you ever wondered why even the smartest people can get trapped in a cult? It's not about lack of intelligence. It's about identity entanglement. First, there's community. Cults provide a profound sense of belonging. Leaving doesn't just mean walking away. It means losing your entire social world. Then there's belief. These aren't just ideas. They become the lens through which you see reality. To question the cult is to question the truth itself. Finally, identity. When your self-worth is tied to the group, leaving feels like an existential threat. You aren't just leaving a group, you're losing yourself. When these three overlap, you're stuck. The cost of leaving feels higher than the cost of staying, even for the wealthiest and brightest. Understanding this entanglement is the first step toward freedom. It's a trap of the mind, and knowledge is the key to breaking it. Have you ever wondered why even the smartest people can get trapped in?
Did you make that?
I did.
Excellent.
Who originally did it? It's I forget the professor's name.
It sounds like something based on a Steve Hassan.
No, it's not. It's actually a professor from the University of Cambridge.
Okay.
A world-renowned professor from Cambridge.
Excellent. If you let that go out, very, very good. But you developed the video and kind of compiled it, right?
Right.
Yep. Excellent. Brilliant. Great work.
Yep. And see, that way people can see the hold that these cults have. And it's
Desert Has Water is in one called The Order.
Yep.
And Stuck.
I don't know what the order. Oh, the order. I know what the order is. Are you a Latter-day Saint?
What is the name of the religion? Unless they don't want to say, maybe. But
I'm familiar with the order. That's scary stuff.
She just says the order I'm in or something.
Oh, the order he's in. Okay.
Or he, she, I don't know. Okay.
If you're in the order, there's people that can help you get out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Desert Has Water. I took you as a regular and as somebody who was far along advanced in the process. But yeah, getting stuck, that's human, because look at the mind job that they've done on it. I refer to Deborah Lynn Katz. Steve Hassan is one. You mentioned this professor in Cambridge. The reason why they've gone on to all of this is because people get stuck. So I think admitting it and being able to frame that's a very important thing. And then also coming into community that's able to relate to getting stuck. I think that's also very healthy as well, because you've got a chance to be solution oriented instead of just being gaslit and falling into the same kind of programming patterns again that leads to being trapped in an abusive catch-22 or double binding situation. Yep. So I think that's very courageous what you have said there. The desert has water.
Yeah.
So I think the safest answer is what you said, Anthony, is the professionals that are involved in this. So you shop around for the right kind of psychologist and keep company with persons who've survived and weathered the storm. That's also part of it.
At least you're not mentally stuck. That's right.
Right.
Physically and mentally out. Chemo.
At least mentally, I'm not stuck. Yeah, there you go.
You also might have a moral dilemma, Desert Has Water. You might be also concerned about persons that are family members and you're driven by ethics. So maybe your being stuck is a display of your ethics, which is not a bad thing. I would say don't necessarily shatter that. And each person's got to take a look at their own individual circumstances. Persons get stuck for different reasons. And in the community, you can't necessarily judge somebody's reasons for being stuck. That would be unfair.
That's true. Very true.
Booker says there's a Pioneer sister in the early 90s that still goes out and fills overs in a wheelchair. That's very sad. Yeah.
Wow.
Now, can people hear me? Because I was told my mic was low, so I did increase the volume. Okay.
I can't see it.
He wants to. What is it? Oh. The governing bodies said Armageddon will not happen in our lifetime, so we need to eat and drink because we will die.
Okay. All right.
Well, because
hey, welcome to the channel, by the way.
Yeah, who is that? Sir Flavius?
Oh, I love that. Sir Flavius.
Oh, cool. I like that name.
Yeah. Flav in the house.
Sir Flavius. It sounds very, very Latin, Roman, a Roman name.
Yeah.
Isn't that Flavius? Wasn't that a Roman name?
So, what's your take on this? Do you think it's going to be a wrap on the Norway thing, or do you think it's going to drag out?
I have no idea, Anthony. I'm looking at it and going, well, what I appreciate about the situation is there's more eyes on it and seeing the dynamics of both sides, because you might look at Liv as the state and going, hey, we're on her side, and you pick a side. And you're going, well, just wait a second. Understand what's actually happening here and why it's happening. And yes, Liv, she's a smiling person. She's kind of warmer, whereas Rizdal is maybe described as a robotic automaton who's twitching and kind of doing the system override, because there's some kind of ethical conflict if you're looking at body language. But I mean, that's opinion driven. I don't know if that's the case. It might just be his demeanor. That just might be his character. But we need to, or there's a greater awareness of what kind of dynamics are at play, because the world is in essence a cult. How do we drop bombs on another country? How do we go to war, for instance? How do we go and cut a rainforest down and deplete it without repairing it? I mean, those are things that have to be addressed now, that a 5-year government that's in office for 5 years cannot deal with. It's not a 5-year plan. It's a 200-year plan, and we have not effected it. That tells you that if we continue as humans to say, well, our present governance is the best that we can do without submitting to some zeitgeist, we're in a hell of a lot of trouble. And history is showing us that perhaps the only way that we can get through this is surviving a major global catastrophe like another ice age or something like this. Is that a nihilistic view? I don't know. I don't put the answers on the table. I think it's very dangerous to perhaps come into a healing community and have definitive answers about it. I think it's good to have stimulating conversations and say, I don't know how this thing's going to pan out, but there's a greater awareness as to what all the tricks are. And so that's what's happening in Norway. And we're going in not with eyes wide shut, eyes wide open now.
Right.
Yeah. And Pep says maybe there'll be another great disappointment. Remember
Oh,
the
yeah.
great disappointment?
The Miller rights.
It's true.
1844 Miller
The
rights.
great disappointment. Because they got
I have another concern.
Has
And the
anybody
concern is, let's say the state wins.
okay.
You know, you come away, be careful, it's not a hollow victory. Because if the state wins, what would that say to now the paradigm shift for governance? Would that mean that there's greater controls and a greater loss of freedom? We need to be very, very careful. Sometimes by going, the wolf that we've identified as JW, if that gets knocked out, we might lose greater freedoms.
Actually, what I do believe in that, Matthew, is I think that if the government would stand up and take them out, it would be a better society, showing that the government's gruesome balls. Maybe that it would spread, and the governments would stop this right of freedom crap of religion and say, look, if your religion harms or hurts people and causes harm to families, then it's not a religion and we will shut you down.
Yeah.
And if it's not harming anybody, if it don't hurt anyone, then you got the right to do what the heck you want to do. But when you start hurting people, you start holding their families hostage because you're scared to leave. If you leave, you lose your family. That's harmful. That's emotional and mental destruction.
Right. But what about what
and you
JW
cause people a lot of problems, and it can start affecting people's morality as well, because science and psychology have proved that morality breaks down. And what happens with the JWs? They have a lot of morality issues. So it's their cult pressure they put on people and cause people a lot of stress and a lot of turmoil, and they don't allow education to further the mind, and it causes really bad problems.
Yeah.
Psychologically.
Casey, yeah. Casey, you wanted to mention born a JW.
Yeah.
Oh, he just said the governments and religions both deny freedom. So
Yeah.
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 true.
Yeah.
There was somebody in the comments who was talking about being awake but stuck, but and I saw that you deal with that very, very compassionately, because it's honestly one of the most painful phases. It's not failure, it's just normal nervous system response to long-term coercive control, right? So it would be great to find out that professor in the UK that you mentioned, Anthony, because you know, just as a reference point of somebody that's skilled in the psychology, because you don't want to push somebody or make somebody feel broken. Nothing's wrong with you. You haven't changed beliefs. You've just exited a control environment that's trained your body, your emotions, and your identity to survive by compliance. And so, it just correct me where I'm wrong here, because I look at this as insight comes faster than recovery, and I saw that in the comments. They're saying, "Oh, mentally I'm not in. Mentally I'm not there." But it's that gap where you've got this insight that comes faster than recovery, that feels like paralysis or being frozen. But guess what? That's actually your system protecting you, because awakening doesn't just mean immediate freedom. In a high control group, religious, governmental, cult, whatever, thinking is policed. And by the way, the Norway thing, with your two sides, state and JW. We're seeing the same dynamics going on there, and feeling it's conditional, belonging is weaponized, and when you wake up. Sorry, Anthony, you chipping in, right?
Yeah, it's something that Maverick said is exactly right. Just to bring it back to where we were going, it's not about them losing the Jehovah's Witness or anything. It's about funding. The state of Norway, the country of Norway, is no longer going to fund them, and they still can practice their religion. They still can continue on, but people can leave without consequences.
Yeah. Sure.
Or will no longer funding.
Coming back to your person that's kind of making a very brave statement in the comments. When you wake up, the mind is free first.
Yeah.
Like Norway, the body and the social world lag behind. The delay is expected. That's why Epstein, it took 14 years before he got the can. It's why Enron took 10 years before you're out.
Yeah.
There's a lag. Yeah. And what happens in society is reflective of what happens to us in these situations. That's my best shot to Casey and Anthony to be compassionate.
Yeah. Well, no, that's perfect. And we're just gonna say hello to Lot. I like your show. Keep it up. Thank you. Thank you for joining, Lot. And also we have a new person here.
From the Ukraine.
Sir Flavius.
Yeah. Who now lives in Belgium.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. So we like that.
Glad to have you here. I hope you and your family are safe in Belgium and your family in the Ukraine.
Yeah. So
KC. Can I pose a question to you? And if I'm putting you on the spot, I apologize and I'll backpedal. But when you wake up, right? Sometimes the conditioning in the religion or the higher control environment, it expects us to go in leaps. But sometimes life just doesn't work like this. You have to go in inches, right? You make little steps. Anthony talks about you've got a song in your head, let's make music. That's a step to changing the mind and getting out of the toxic thought. But I'm just trying to compare this idea of leaps and then little steps forward, right, to reclaiming your mind.
Mm-hmm. For sure, little steps. I think that I compared it to like a grieving process, because you have to go through all the steps to finally get to acceptance. I think it takes time. It's not all at once.
That's true.
And what about saying I don't know without guilt? Was that a phase?
Like you don't know the answer to something?
Yeah. But it's the guilt that's attached to it.
Yeah. I mean the guilt, you do have you have guilt. You have to overcome to get to where you realize that if the governing body is not speaking for Jehovah, if you can get to that part, the guilt will go away.
It's like a lot of people I've heard say, Matthew, and I don't know that I've heard her say it. It's a grieving process like a death or anything else, and you have to go through all the different stages of grieving.
Mm-hmm.
I remember you telling me that.
Well, I was in anger forever, and then eventually acceptance. So like now I don't get angry. At first I got angry a lot, but now I don't anymore. So, I mean, I don't want to hear people getting hurt and abused and stuff like that, but that makes me angry. But I think that would just be normal anger.
So you set the boundary. That's what it sounds like. Here's another one. Letting yourself rest without earning it, or making a private decision that no one else gets to judge. That's real progress. Or producing music. I'm going to produce my own music. That's self-empowerment, and nobody gets to judge this. And if you want to share in it, well, you can share in that. That's not being stuck. That's progress.
Yeah. This Sir Flavius shares. Oh, Sergius Flavius. Sergius. Okay. is the name. All right. So he says, I guess that's a he, right?
I would think so.
Yeah. I started reading information on the internet and watching videos of apostates and realized that Jehovah's Witnesses are a totalitarian, destructive cult, but not a true religion.
Right.
It also helped my friend in this organization. Oh, you also helped your friend to leave. A few years later, he was disfellowshipped and expelled from the congregation.
Oh,
That
wow.
was in the Ukraine.
When Mavericks.
Okay.
Casey, you were talking about anger and grief, right?
Yeah.
And being stuck with that, and it takes time.
Yeah. Yeah. How about you, Matthew? Did you feel
Bingo.
similar?
I'm still work in progress.
Oh.
I'm still work in progress. I see Maverick is writing there. Matthew, I was mentally free fairly quickly, but the emotional healing and rebuilding has taken a lot longer than I imagined. Okay, well, thanks for that, Maverick, and thanks for your candidness. I'm still a work in progress. I still get triggered unexpected. Oh, I get triggered unexpected. Sometimes a sound.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes it's a sound. I get triggered, and I'm in panic over a sound.
Wow.
And you go, how do you rest? Anthony, it's like this. Have you ever stood on a snake? I've stood on a snake.
I have, yes.
Oh my gosh.
I got bit when I was 5.
And what happens? How quickly does the mind recognize the snake, and you leap out of there? And you go, I didn't even think about it. It was a reflex action. For me, certain sounds, it's a reflex action. And I'm in that thing where I'm taking a leap. Because, in a branch, you've got maintenance man, you've got admin man. And they deal with maybe something like 2,000 personnel. And they're on maybe like a week or 2 of duty, and they're responding to crisis management. So you're dealing with, brother so-and-so has just had a car accident and got killed, and his wife survived. You've got to go down there and see what's happened and do the investigation and call for help. And you've got to mobilize your team, especially if you're a large branch like 2,000 personnel where you declared a township. It's a hell of a responsibility. But those crises, you accumulate trauma from those things if you haven't properly decompressed it, or how can I say? Yeah, if you haven't dealt with those traumas properly, it certainly accumulates. You get mileage on it.
Jenny says it could be like this. The sound could be from a burnout, from being burnt out, which could be true in your case, Matthew.
Dysphoria.
Yeah.
My dysphoria.
Oh, yeah.
You need to do a lot. You were very involved. And then
Yeah.
Maverick, he was free mentally, but then the emotional healing takes a
Homo
while.
sapien.
Mm-hmm. And Homo sapien says, my breakaway process began with wondering if Jehovah had left the organization when Morris blew out the match. Research and YouTube made me realize they never had his backing. Wow. And then you were done. It's a personal journey. We all have different areas of our lives that were neglected. Yeah. And we all have a little bit different story, a little bit different things
That's
that
right.
take out of it.
It was atrocious in World War II that there was no proper debriefing for many, many soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
Why is debriefing so important? Because it's like a truth and reconciliation thing. And when people are denied that, it creates a mental health problem.
Yeah.
See, I never
That's a
was
good point.
involved in that. I went and searched for spirituality, and I searched in a lot of places, but I never swallowed the hook, I guess. I was always leery of a lot of stuff, so it was kind of like, I didn't have family involved, so that made a huge difference.
Yeah. It would be different if you did.
The only family I had that was involved were Latter-day Saints.
What do you think made you leery? What was your mental protection, Anthony? Because it's quite unusual that you come through very strong like that, and of course Casey has benefited from that strength, and of course we do as a community as well. But where do you think you got that?
I grew up in a community that was. I grew up in a really poor community. Where I'm originally from. My father's half Native American, half white. My mom is obviously white. And I was on a reservation where I was born.
Yeah, but your dad was not poor.
Right. But I grew up around that environment. So within that environment, people do what they have to do to survive. And you see a lot of things that you learn to be street savvy, even though you live in the boonies, really fast and really quick. And it makes you leery and scared of everybody else.
Yeah. Growing up harsh basically made him leery.
Yeah.
Were you in touch with the spiritual side, like the Great Spirit?
My dad was very much. Did I witness it? Yes.
No, were you involved?
No, never.
Okay.
No. Not my thing, man. You know, and if I had experiences, yes, but you know, people look at you like you're crazy when you say that, so I just avoid it.
Gives you another perspective, eh?
Yeah. So it made me realize that there is something in this universe, and I just wasn't sure. So I searched and I looked, and I went and listened to everything. Yeah. And I was like, well, I don't like this. I like this.
He studied with the witnesses for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
For me, though.
Yeah, it was all for you.
But no, initially he did go in with the intentions of thinking it was
honest truth,
normal.
Matthew. She said that she wanted me to become a witness because if I wouldn't, it was not a good thing, right? So I said, sure. In my opinion, I knew nothing about them.
That was okay.
Yeah, and
like any other.
Since I didn't know anything about them, I was like, sure, I'll study with them. And when I started studying, I realized they're a cult. Oh my Lord! But it was a couple of months before I really got into it, because they studied a little book and they slowly indoctrinate you. And then when I realized they didn't want me to answer in my own words, but what the book said, and I was like, oh yeah, I see where this is going.
Don't tell me your opinion. What's the book say?
Yeah, they didn't want to hear nothing I said. They wanted to know what was written in the book, regurgitate here.
Yeah.
I was like, well, this is not what I want. But so then I started researching at that point and found out that they were a cult. Like I said, the first channel I ever come across was one, Screwed Generation. Man, that guy was so good.
Oh, right. Yes. I remember that.
Of course, Kim and Mikey and Lloyd Evans was the other ones. And that's
and Critical Thinkers.
Critical Thinkers. I remember them very well, too. That was some of the very first ones. And I watched everything they had to do and learned a lot. And I was like, oh, my. Yes. The Screwed Generation was really the one that, because the way he presented it was hilarious, but it was very articulated in a good way. It was funny, but it was still well done. And I was like, okay, so I've learned a lot here. And then I started just getting online and just reading old watchtowers. And I started buying old books, and I'd read them, like Creation book and all that stuff. And I was like, oh my Lord, this stuff's nutty.
Yeah, gotta read it all.
Millions Now Living Will Never Die. I got it somewhere. I bought it.
Yeah, we got it.
I bought all kinds of books, man. And it was like, these people are nutty. No offense, but not the people, the leadership of it.
Right.
And I said, this is not what I want. I said, I'm done with it.
Thanks for sharing that, Anthony. You got some really great comments coming through in the live stream.
So recently says there's apparently the HBO documentary coming out, Surviving Paradise Beyond the Jehovah's Witnesses. It's being promoted all over Spain by HBO Max. Okay, I didn't know about that. Thank you for sharing. If anybody wants to watch that on HBO, I guess coming out February 20th. That is pretty cool. I wonder if it's in the U.S. too, though. Homo Sapiens asking.
Yep.
There was a sister in my Kingdom Hall who rushed her non-JW boyfriend to study and get baptized, and he did, and then he left her. Oh my God.
Jeez.
He's like, yeah, no thanks.
I will say that is a hard one, because I didn't know how I was going to approach her. And
But
I really
he got
just sat-
baptized though.
Oh, he's nuts.
He said he got baptized and then he left her.
Oh,
Hmm.
I couldn't figure out how to approach her to tell her this is crap, a crock of crap.
Mhm.
And I was like, well, I don't know why, but I just said, well, I think I'll just let her know about the UN.
Yeah. And 1914.
Yeah, it did
adding,
1914.
not adding up. Those were the two things that really got me thinking.
So I was like, how about if I show you proof?
Oh.
But I said it real subtle. I just played like,
yeah.
what would you ever do? First, I asked her, so what would you ever do if they joined the UN? She said, oh, they'd never do that. And I never said another word. About a week later, I was like, well, what would if I could show you they joined the UN? If I went to the UN website and showed you they joined. And she was like, sure. And I did. And from there it went.
Mhm.
I was like, oh.
I even shared that with me.
Yeah. I knew about the UN thing in 1999.
Wow.
Oh, you did?
Or maybe probably the late 90s, because the Bethel congregation had a whole lot of United Nations persons attending the hall. And I asked the coordinator, I said, well, why is there so many from United Nations here? It's just great that, United Nations is doing this,
Mm-hmm.
And he lost the color in his face when I mentioned it. And of course, now in retrospect, we realize why that was the case, because your coordinators knew about, the awake articles that were being run and, the criteria that they had to meet in order to maintain their license or to maintain their connection, right?
A lot of comments.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, what year did you mentally leave, Matthew?
I got booted out in January 2025.
Oh,
So
new.
I talked to the family about
1 year.
sorry, 1 year,
One year.
2025, and it was because the branch had given me instructions which I followed out to the letter, and they created their own liability. So they couldn't say that there was disobedience. It's on the record that no, they created the liability. I went back and I said, oh, what must be done in this situation? They prescribed it. And when they prescribed it and then realized it was them that had created the problem, that was when they had to do the ejection because of liability. But it was all on the record. Everything was on the record, even the ejection. So I used the police to you do a deposition so that at least it's on the record in a third party authority. So that's what happened. That's what happened with me.
Mentally, though, how long ago did you leave mentally?
I always had principles that it took a long time to realize was not compatible with the main organization, which is why they would put me on assignments out in the middle of the bush and hope that I would never come back.
Oh my God.
That's what happened to my partner. He died. He lost his life. I've got a letter. He wrote me a letter. He said, Matt, the thing that's happened with what we've uncovered, let's just leave it in the past and move on. Well, he gets another assignment and doesn't come back. And they send me on an assignment. The circuit overseers were saying, the assignment you're on, Matt, you're never coming back.
You know what? Matthew? You were a divergent.
Yeah.
You were a divergent. They couldn't control you.
68 Ecomouse, 68.
Uh-huh.
I've seen her before somewhere.
69.
Oh, I know where I've saw her.
Mouse.
Yeah. And
Or
Pasta
68.
Babe. I've saw her on there before.
Wow.
She's like
Maverick was Peebo from 2011 to 13. Okay, couple of
I'm
years.
highly impressed of Matthew's efforts everywhere.
Yeah.
It touches my heart deeply. You see that, Matthew?
No, I didn't. But thanks, whoever said that. I appreciate it, because I realize I'm an irregularity. I'm not your normal run of the mill, and it can make persons uncomfortable. So I appreciate that.
It's quite a beard in a year, they said. Yeah.
Yeah, you got beard.
How
We
long?
fought the beard thing. I can show you all the documentation on the beards, but I got I was told to tell a young person that he was disqualified because of a beard, but the congregation elders were wearing beards, and
What year did
I
you
just
start growing your beard?
this is 2 years growth.
Wow. You should do a beard contest. You know, they have those.
Anthony, who's that person that you say I remind you of? It was a bass player.
Oh gosh, Leland Sklar. You do remind me of him.
Okay,
If he was
but
younger.
yeah, he's
His younger
older.
version.
Let's see. Do you know who he is?
Just you can look him up. Leland Sklar.
I did. I looked him up.
Oh, you saw
Yep.
him. No, you don't look like him, but you just have his beard. You know?
No, they kind of favor a little bit actually. Well, they
A
don't
younger
now,
version.
but the younger
this
version.
guy's old, but you're
No,
not.
that's a terrible one. He's old now.
I was always thinking ZZ Top. Do you remember ZZ Top?
Huh?
ZZ Top.
Oh, yeah.
ZZ Top.
Yeah. Coco wants to eat dinner.
They were one track minded. Yes, I do remember them.
Oh.
Every song was about sex.
It said 68 says I'm the one who personally knows concentration camp survivors.
Oh,
Wow.
that's sad.
We are all divergents.
Yeah.
I know. I love that word. We're divergents. They can't
We're
catch me.
divergent. We're
I love that.
divergent and we're emergent too. I've heard this thing JW emergent, because sometimes, you know, to have the apostate label isn't it because it's so weaponized, it just grates against the psyche. So sometimes to reframe it and use the same tricks that they're using in the court, say no. I am a JW. I am a Jehovah's Witness. I've witnessed every little trick in the book, every big trick in the book. I'm still a Jehovah's Witness. I'm not going to pander to what your labels. Maybe I've got a belief in God. Maybe my spirituality is taking me in this direction. Whatever it is, but to say that you're Jehovah's Witness emergent, just to get away from the fact that there's somebody that's labeling you, who's still trying to use controlled methods to hurt you, to still abuse you. So just say, no, I'm going to take self-empowerment and I'm going to change the label. I don't know. It's you know, all of these things help, eh?
Do you like ZZ Top, Matthew?
I know of them. I don't know their particular flavor of music. You've said that all goes one particular way.
Oh, I mean, they got great love songs too, love ballads. They got them such, you know, great songs like Tush, Climb Inside My Sleeping Bag, Pearl Necklace. You know, really, you know, seriously love songs. Very in depth.
So let's see. So Sir Flavius was telling his story about leaving, and he just basically just came out and told the elder, I no longer want to be an unbaptized publisher, which it's good you weren't baptized. So then that way you don't necessarily have to get shut. So that's good.
Anthony. Oh, sorry, Casey, I've interrupted. Sorry.
No.
Oh no, you're great, man. You're great.
We're emergents.
Yeah, I'm reading some of the comments and
not divergence anymore. Yeah.
Mind you out for 30 plus years. Mind you.
Rick Rubin, Anthony. I don't know if you know him.
Out for 30 plus years, I guess what she's saying. That is amazing.
Wow. Oh, Homo sapien thinks more are going to wake up and leave this year. Hopefully so.
Oh, yes. I agree. Homo sapien, you're so right.
Yeah.
This year, Rick Rubin. Oh, I like Rick. Yeah, you do kind of favor Rick Rubin as well.
It's the beard. It's the beard.
I get letters from Africa up north and from pioneers, active pioneers, telling me this is what's going on in the branch. This is what's going on in the hall. There's such fracture. In fact, I get letters even from the heart of the branch here locally, and it's fracture.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you?
It's probably.
But it's also,
Armageddon is coming for Jehovah's Witness organization.
Yeah.
The end is near. for them.
Yeah, or it's happened, because I think what we're witnessing is we're witnessing systems that are still, it's basically dead, but it's in its death throw. In other words, the nervous system's still twitching, it's still firing, but it can't. That's why they're saying, well, what's it going to transform into? Because if you've got all this real estate and you've got several billion in the bank, it can't just evaporate. The assets can't just evaporate. So will it transform? How's it going to transform? Well, we're already seeing with new light transformation that they're accelerating transformative things within the organizational structure at a fundamental level, which normally was unheard of. It was very, very slow process. You wouldn't have updated an elder's book for 10 years. Well, you've got them every 6 months now.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, what do they have to update so often for?
Yeah, can't fast track it enough. So it's fractured.
That's the version I was talking about, Matthew.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Matthew, you look better.
He's like my hero. So
Yes.
I knew about him before anybody because I always read
It's
the
just
liner
the
notes.
beard. Yeah.
I mean, he's played with
Yeah.
Well, see, that's a good picture of him.
Yeah.
He had some long hair to have never
Oh,
done
yeah.
drugs.
Even got the glasses.
Oh, yeah. He
You've
does.
got a great comment from 68 Ekama. Yeah. Looks like a religious figure, eh?
He does.
Yeah. He's like a cult leader.
Cult of base.
Now,
That's a
what were
good
you-
cult. I'll join it. Oh, wait a minute. Already
Okay,
am.
what did you want to say?
I saw there's a great comment in the live stream comments there from 68 Ecomouse
Uh-huh.
talking about being attracted to the high morals. Well, you don't
Okay.
just lose your morals because the religion's ejected you. You know, you probably find that you've been ejected because you kept the high morals and you discovered a liability, right? So she says, I will never get out of these high morals. I suspect our morals are higher than their morals. I would say yes. You've got something like natural law, right? So Socratic law, hey, Anthony? Didn't you mention Socrates?
Us are higher than their morals, yes. Because if you take a look statistically at the amount of
I gotta
the
read
word
that.
I'm looking for.
I gotta feed Coco.
at the amount of unfaithfulness in religious organizations, theirs is like,
Well,
Next
they
level
have
high.
a lot of CSA problems.
well, not only that, they have a lot of morality issues. And it's
And
because
that's just typical
if you
of
talk
package
about it
deal.
all the time in your Watchtower magazines, if you make it an issue all the time, if you tell people don't do this all the time, constantly harp on it, it gets in people's brains, man. And then you put a lot of stress in their life on the top of all of that.
Yeah.
It really is damaging and it's sad, man. It's very sad.
Yeah.
Now, with that
Not
being
just-
said, you know, here's a good idea. Most witnesses think worldly people are immoral, orgy going, wild, crazy, sexually deviant people. Well, I lived in the world. I was once a male stripper when I was young. I didn't live the life that they thought I lived. I was like, geez. I was like, you know, I've toured with bands doing sound, you know, setting up. Well, I started off as a hanger, doing lights and running cables and all that crazy stuff. And then I got into
Right.
sound engineering. But I didn't live the life they lived. Now, did I see some bands live that life? Yes. But they were super famous. But now at the same time, yes, I
We're
did
just
things.
talking about our average person, though.
Yeah.
It's not in a band.
The way I viewed
The
things
world-
was
world.
very,
Yeah.
you know, different. Because I didn't see the importance. I was like, yeah, you know, I don't want to get married. I don't believe in it. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to do what I want to do. And if I feel the urge to merge, I'm going to find someone that I feel is respectful and I can share some time with in a good way. And, you know, we'll have some fun and I'll go on about my business and they'll go on about theirs.
But he learned
So-
that was a bad idea. Like,
Yes. Don't set that down where they can get it.
Candy bar.
I want to see us do some kind of rock concert, Anthony, or some kind of video or collection. Or I think there's such talent in the community,
and I take it very personally.
Yeah,
Right.
But I mean, take your background working with these bands and things. So and then your interest in music, for instance. I think that I have this feeling that there's such talent in the community that we could produce a film. We could produce something's going to come out just now. That's going to just be. Okay, that's it. I'm done. Let's just take a moment for the sacred moment in time. Yeah.
You look like a healer, like a guru kind of guy, you know.
Yeah, what's it? Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. You know.
Oh yeah, you look like a rabbi.
Yeah, there you go.
Sound like
he does look like a rabbi,
especially with that hat.
So look, the community. Yeah, there we go. Anthony and Casey, thank you very much for the invite and for the freedom and also the good fun with the community on the comments. It's there's always a good buzz that comes in and good vibes that come in, and this is basically, you know, you've facilitated that. So thank you very, very much for that. I really do appreciate just being able to hang out and not getting too deep on things. Just it's light, and personally, I need that, and I really appreciate that you guys facilitate that. So thank you.
Oh, Dehydrated Nurse, hey.
Oh, she came on.
Yeah, so glad to see
thank you, Matthew, for coming on and sharing.
Matthew,
your
always
really
glad to see you on here, my friend.
So great.
And respects to everybody in the comments and that comes on. We've got our usuals. So thank you very much, everybody, for just the way that you support each other in the community. I tried a live stream today. I just experimented just to see about latency and somebody came on and they were willing to assist, and I really appreciate that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So thank you very, very much, and thanks for the support and the camaraderie and the fun aspects. So thanks very much. There's good humor.
Are you gonna do another live stream? You gonna try it on your channel?
I'm working on it. There's a few latency issues, and I need to work out why that's happening, because you've got to get up to a certain kilobits per second. But anyway, we'll get it.
Okay.
But thank you very much again, and respects, and signing off.
Okay, thank you for coming on. We really appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful week until the next time. And you have a secret admirer.
That is so cool, man. It's like, they're just having fun, but it's so great that we have such a great community.
That's fun.
We thank everybody here.
Yep.
Eka Mouse, glad to see you here. Dehydrated Nurse, haven't saw you in a minute. Glad you're here. Born JW, definitely glad to always see you. Well, definitely glad to always see every single person. Maverick, always an honor and a pleasure, my friend.
Yes. And was it okay, Sir Flavius? His friend's mother is still at JW and has his younger brother also left the JW and is not an active publisher, I guess. He does not attend meetings. So that's good news. And isn't it little by little we get rid of the take people out of that controlling group. So we'll have more probably leaving this year, I'm sure.
Guarantee there'll be a lot leaving. Go. I see
and
you.
Hopefully, like another thing we talked about with Matthew and all, it's just, how you have to kind of learn how to deprogram yourself out of that mindset of guilt and fear and obligation until you finally can start thinking for yourself. And we have to leave because Coco is desperate for more food.
And Maverick, what did you do in the entertainment business, my friend? I don't never talk about mine very much. I got some really cool memories, really cool pictures, really cool autographs.
Oh, Time Will Pass likes listening to live while cleaning. So thank you.
Oh, sweet. Time Will Pass. So glad you're here, and hope you're having a wonderful day. And if you ever need to talk, you know how to reach out to us.
Yes, and Joey says hi, and he sends much love from the Cava Corgi family. Yes, he's a Cava Corgi, and he's beautiful, and he represents all Cava Corgis.
He's a baby. He's ready to eat too.
Yes.
So anyway, I was just curious, Maverick, what you had done, because I started off just basically lights, snakes, running all the snakes and stuff, cables, just doing grunt work, pushing equipment around, locking equipment down.
Okay, he says I was around a lot of recording artists and did location recording.
Oh, cool. Okay. Now,
that sound was actually Coco, our other little dog, who's going because she wants to eat.
You can't pick her up. She's like ferocious.
She's the demon dog because
yeah, she will bite you.
You pick her up. She goes a little.
He's the sweet baby.
So
and then I got into sound engineering, and that was fun. Got to see a lot of people, but it's not like people think it's a great thing. It's really not all that.
Yeah, I know, it's true. Well, and thanks, Matthew, for coming on and sharing your point of view.
What did Maverick say?
And he said, Coco.
Oh,
Coco's
Coco.
crazy.
Yep.
And we have a couple other dogs downstairs who are going crazy too. So we're going to go ahead and end the live stream. I'm sorry if it went on a little longer than normal. But we want to make sure that we give people a chance to come on and share their thoughts as well. So thank you all for joining in this
What did
time.
you say there?
And
Can't see who
we do all the long hours.
Yeah, we do. We do the long hours.
So thanks, Maverick. Time Will Pass. J. Mars, Matthew,
everybody.
Homo sapien, Desert Has Water, Born JW, Happy Thoughts. And then we have a Mama Sue, and we have a couple of new people. 68 Eek a Mouse.
I like that. That is such a cool name. Eek a Mouse. I love it.
No Spring Chicken, Dehydrated Nurse. Sir Flavius, a new person.
Dehydrated Nurse, always.
Jenny Parfume.
Oh, we had a bunch of new people.
Jeff Parnell.
Yep.
And Reasonable to Conclude, who hadn't been on in a while.
Mama
so
Sue.
Thanks for coming in. We really appreciate it. Yep. And
well, Jane Spitfire wasn't here this week, though.
Yeah, she
I hope Jane's okay.
Yep. So we missed Jane. Might have been somebody else new, but we have a lot.
Yep.
It's a new person, Lot.
Right.
That's
Here's
funny.
some more too.
Lot, like
there's a bunch of new
Lot's
people.
wife.
Yeah. Well, guys, remember,
a pep.
peace, love everybody around you. Always try to smile when things are not going your way.
Yes.
Still try to smile. It makes life a lot better.
Yep.
It increases your face value. So,
all right, and thanks. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna go, and I hope everyone has a great weekend
love,
and a
guys.
great week, and we'll see you next time.